not that one. Sure, we'll just go with this one. All right, we're going for it. Yes. Hi, guys. Hello.
Hello.
We're ready to do session 2. Again, let's just go ahead and just introduce ourselves one more time. I'm Toffee. I will be the DM for this session.
Is it me?
You gotta
Yes.
let us know who's next in the order.
It should be in the order that I have it in. So we'll just go.
I don't have your screen. Hello.
Oh no, on Zoom.
Oh, okay.
On Zoom.
Well, but I think that changes for people too. But
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm Beth. Hello.
I am Martin. Hello.
Jack, hello.
I'm Julie. Hello.
Totally. Unfortunately, Carla could not make this session, and unfortunately, she has to leave for personal reasons. But that is going to be a-okay. We all love her, and we had fun. We had fun in the one session. So let's just go ahead and the show must go on. So let's just go ahead and just keep going. All right, let's go ahead and just get started here. So. In our last session, the 5 of you, in a twist of fate, all found yourselves in the coastal city of Neverwinter, inside the Bellied Ogre, the well-established tavern that also serves as the go-to nightclub and performance venue. The night started off with Darling, as she was greeted by the bright gnome bartender Lila, and the not-so-charming Charlie, who worked down at the Neverwinter docks. Backstage, we had Elias, who was seemingly a bit too relaxed for what was to be a filled-to-the-brim audience. We also had other patrons who made a bit of coin in their own ways, with Greeble and Komek both taking advantage of the horde of people packed into the venue. And we had Serene, who was late to work again, much to the dismay of Lucio, the owner of the Bellied Ogre. After a well-received symphony delivered by Elias, and with help from some of you, the quiet stillness of the tavern was broken by a loud and forthright dwarf by the name of Gundren Rockseeker, who employed the 5 of you to help deliver a wagon cart of cargo from here, the city of Neverwinter, to the nearby city of Phandelver, while also gifting you all keys to 5 of the lavish rooms he rents here. Morning came, and you all began your trek on the high road, the wagon cart escorted by a pair of oxen and one of Gundren's employees, Denton. However, on the ill-fated 3rd day, disaster struck as you were all ambushed by a pack of goblins, and Denton was slain by a few well-placed arrows. Despite being ambushed, the party was able to turn the tides with the power of steel and fire, and a dexterous throw of a sack of ball bearings. With the threat dealt with, the 5 found themselves alone on the Tribor Trail. A whole day's worth of travel until they make it to Phandelver. All right. Before we start, can I have everyone roll a perception check, please?
No.
No. I'm good.
No smile.
Is this based on sound?
It's just gonna be just a straight roll, a straight perception check. No advantage for
11.
you. What did everyone get? 11 for
I'm just figuring it out.
14.
14 for Comer. Okay.
19.
D20 minus my perception.
No, not minus.
Well,
Unless
it's minus for me.
Yeah, it's minus.
Oh.
It's minus for Mark because he has a yummy 5 wisdom. So, all right. So
I have. Let me do the math real quick.
God. Does he even
9.
know what's going on?
No.
9.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
9. Komek, you got 14. You said.
Am I asleep right now?
Great. So, flashback. We're back in the Bellied Ogre, and Gundren just handed off you the sweet keys, and Elias, Greeble, and Serene are excitedly moving up to their rooms. And Darling, you kind of wait behind and watch as Gundren leaves. And Komek, you are probably like the last one up the stairs as you're trying to overhear what Gundren and Sildar are saying. And Gundren goes, "All right, well, I best be taking my leave. I would like to go with you all in the morning, but me and Sildar, we got business to attend to early over in Phandelver, so we'll be leaving now. But yeah, I'll see ya in Phandelver when I see ya." And Sildar begins to escort Gundren out the front entrance, and Gundren spots a stray falafel ball like up on the plate of like a nearby plate, and he grabs it, takes a bite.
All right.
"Oh, what is this shite? This is fucking disgusting." And then he throws that big meaty chunk of falafel into a nearby fire. And as the camera kind of zooms in on that falafel ball, as Sildar and Gundren leave the bellied ogre, we zoom in into that falafel ball, and then it hard cuts to a on fire goblin head. And we are and we're back after the end of battle. And Serene, your hand is a little bit smoky. It's a little bit smoldery. If you don't mind, can you go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yes, sir. 17.
17. All right. You feel something, a strange heat kind of emanating from your chest, and you're not too sure if you kind of check yourself over to kind of see if, did I actually get hit by an arrow and all of this adrenaline? And no. The source of this heat is very familiar to you, although it hasn't happened for quite some time. And as you touch your chest, your nose begins to bleed a little bit. So with this encounter dealt with, what would you all like to do?
What?
Well, after I make sure that Darling is okay, I'm gonna go try to get my my axe back from that goblin.
Yeah. So just so you guys have some reference here, I'll go ahead and give you guys this reference for you. Let's get you guys back on the map here. Totally. So yeah, you are able to retrieve the axe out of the goblin's head, and it looks like it wasn't damaged at all.
Okay. I'll just listen. I'm not sure if the attack is over, so being aware.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage for me, please, Comic.
20.
20. Yeah. All you can really hear is the sound of birds, and you can also hear about maybe 60 feet away, 80 feet away. You can hear the oxen, and they're like munching on some grass.
I thought you were going to say the ball bearings.
On the ball bearings.
No,
and then you can also hear up behind you, up on the hill, you kind of hear Greeble kind of screaming, "That was awesome." I never thought I could do that before. And then Greeble kind of looks over to you, Serene. You're dangerous.
Just, I mean, I guess you could call it that. I just saved you, I think.
Hey, your nose.
Oh,
You need it. You need
And then I'm
do you
gonna
need a
wipe it.
tissue? Do you need a tissue?
No, I got it.
I'll give you a tissue. And then she pulls
Yeah.
out like the sleeve of
Oh no.
of napkins. Here, it's all I have, and begins to dab at your nose.
Thank you. Is it dirty? Is it like a clean tissue or is it dirty?
It's like a rainbow. It's pretty clean. It's probably the first time.
Okay.
She kind of
Okay.
she kind of has a hard time getting it out of her sleeve.
Okay.
Um,
Isn't she
let's
like
go
half
back down.
my height?
We should go back down to the others.
Yeah.
I'm not doing so hot, and she kind of grabs her left shoulder as it's kind of bleeding a little bit.
Yeah. We'll probably have Darling look at you. I don't know how to deal with any of that. And then the rope's still there, right?
The rope is still there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can easily climb down. No problem.
I'm gonna climb down. Look, there I am.
All right.
I'm gonna go over to Denton's body.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
I just, I put my hand on him, confirm that he is dead.
Yeah, he was just taken by surprise. He has one black feathered arrow just right down the middle of his chest, and he also has one that's kind of like limply in the side of his temple right here. They wanted to go. The goblins wanted to go for the driver just to make sure that they weren't able to escape after the fact, and they got their job done. He is for sure dead.
Say, oh no, this is a tragedy.
Do you want to become famous?
You want to write about it, or what's the move here?
Oh, I'm paying attention to what everyone else is doing at this moment.
Elias is going to be looking over himself to see if he's hurt at all, and also kind of look around and goes up to Comac and asks, "Is everything okay now?"
I guess I don't hear any more goblins.
And then Elias is going to go up to their ox, right? Oxen?
Yeah, they are 2 oxen, and if for a visual reference here, they probably escaped down here to the south. Down here to the south.
Okay.
And they're just kind of eating at some berry bushes and munching on some grass.
Okay.
They were derailed from the cart.
Yeah. I think Elias will nod to Comac and then go over here and just watch them for a bit.
Don't react.
Oh, right.
He doesn't see it. We're always gonna forget.
Let me
We're
get in
always gonna
character.
forget that he can see.
I don't think Elias
I wink,
would
but he doesn't
for
see
that.
it.
You're gonna go ahead and
What?
watch.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
You're gonna go ahead and watch the ox there, Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the ox is finishing up, like chewing up some grass. Looks over to you. Gives you like a, he clocks you, and he begins to resume eating.
What time of day is it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check if you don't mind.
God, what?
A 5?
Is it
A
nighttime?
5?
I
Yeah.
just almost died. Okay, I'm like,
Yeah.
She licks her finger like,
Darling, for some, your past month has been kind of crazy because you haven't really been out in the sun for all that much. You mostly stick to night times as like your prime time, and so as you look out, it's very bright, and it's any other person would think it's around 1 p.m., 2 p.m., but right now you're just kind of in a daze because it's just way too bright.
I'm also almost dead. So I'm like,
Totally, yeah.
Did Greeble come down with me, or was I? Is she
Yeah,
still there?
you went down first, and then Greeble could just kind of like slid down. It was way too many ball bearings for her to pick up all in one sitting. It would take hours to pick them all up, so she doesn't pick them up. But
Okay.
And now what?
And now what? You tell me.
Oh, I guess I'd probably just check over and see, since I know I like kind of climbed up and I wouldn't have been able to see much of what happened.
Yeah. If you don't mind, can you roll me let's go with let's go with a perception check. Go with a
Okay.
perception check.
12.
12. Yeah. Yeah, Serene, as you're coming down the rope, as you're kind of what is that word when you're like traversing down the side of a cliff?
Propelling.
Yeah, as you're propelling down, you look over to your right, and you get to see like these two brown carcasses out in the middle of the road, and those weren't the goblins, and you're not really too sure what it is. It's a bit big, but you can't really see it as you're trying to focus more on kind of rappelling down.
Okay. Would I be able to maybe? I'm sure it's gonna be a really high DC or whatever, but would I be able
Mabel.
be able to see if maybe like in the tree line or the bush line up here, if there's any rustling or anything that might, like, there's more hidden goblins or something like that, just based off of a
based off Comic's check, I would say that Comic was able to discern that sure there's like natural rustling in the trees nearby, but these are all going to be like kind of wildlife, squirrels, birds, things like that. But if you want to go ahead and roll for yourself for a perception check, you can do that for sure.
6.
6. Yeah, nothing changes. It's quiet.
Yeah.
It's quiet for you.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to where Darling is. Just sort of. Hi. How you doing? You okay?
Hi. Yeah, that was a lot.
Hmm.
Are you okay? Do you need a?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
everyone else okay?
Greeble might need some.
Okay, I can do that.
Ooh. And Greeble kind of goes over to you all. I thought this was gonna be an easy job.
Oh,
No one told me there was gonna be goblins.
And nobody
I'm
told us
just
there were
gonna-
gonna be goblins.
Start working on her. Okay, do I roll?
What would you like to do? What would you like to do?
I cast Cure Wounds on Greeble.
And to cast Cure Wounds on Greeble. Okay, yeah, sure. If you want to, go for it. You don't think you have to really.
Yep.
You would just be expending a spell slot
Yeah.
there. Totally.
So that's
Where is Greeble
8
right now?
points of healing.
Yeah, totally. She's back up to full, and as you cast Cure Wounds, what is that? What does Cure Wounds kind of look like to you? Give me a little description there.
Okay, so I believe it's let me double check. I think it's verbal and
Yeah.
But essentially, Darling is just going to go over and put her hands on Greeble's, like, well, she's really small, right? So just like her head, just top,
Yeah.
just pat the top of her head. She's gonna.
She's like pouting as you put your hand on her head. She's like, and then
And she's gonna close her eyes and like hold the symbol of the redheaded woman. And,
Totally.
Yes.
all right. Anything else, guys?
I'll just go to each of the goblins' bodies down here and make sure they're dead. Give them a little
Yeah,
kick.
totally.
Oh, yeah.
As you go to each of the goblins' bodies, you do find a few things on each of their bodies. You do, in total, I'm not going to go per goblin. In total, what you are able to scavenge from them, you are able to find 2 short bows. You're able to find 2 quivers for arrows. You're able to find 20 arrows. You're able to find 1 scimitar, 1 usable scimitar. and you were able to find a fishing tackle, including like a rod and like line and like hooks and stuff, and you're able to find a pouch of worm bait.
Are these weapons like goblin quality weapons?
Yeah, totally. That scimitar is looking kind of crude, but if you were proficient with it, it would be still the same kind of effectiveness as a regular.
It's ugly.
Yeah, it's just ugly. Yeah,
Just ugly.
it's crude, weird angles.
Does anyone want this junk?
No,
So
not at all.
All right. Well,
Okay, well, the way I see it, we're gonna have to get the oxen back attached to the cart and continue on, I guess. I mean, we'll wait maybe a little bit for everybody to feel better, but we can't stay here because even though we might have dealt with all the goblins that are around here, I'm sure they've got friends and they're gonna wonder where they are, so we can't stay here for that long.
we should probably put Denton in the back.
yeah.
All right. Before we proceed, and before I forget, Jack, Julie, you both get inspiration because of you guys were the MVPs of combat last time. You guys
Oh, that's so
both got 2 kills
cool.
each, so both of you grant yourself inspiration for that. Okay.
Goes down the whole fight.
So the plan was to what again? You're gonna put Denton in the back of the cart.
Maybe I'll go up to him and I'll like remove the arrows if I can.
How do you see them?
I know where the cart is.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
arrows.
Sure.
Yeah, feel around.
Are you gonna do?
okay.
Are you gonna try to remove the arrows by yourself, or would you like anyone to help you for that?
I don't ask for help, but I won't stop anyone.
Oh.
I don't help.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
You fucking bitch. That'll help.
All right. He's not gonna see that I ignored it. I was busy
20.
doing
20. Yeah, totally. Comac, as you kind of approach Denton's body, you kind of just run your hand down his face and down his chest, and you are able to definitely find where the arrows are implanted into his body. And it's funny because he's wearing like pretty like common clothes, but there's not a lot of blood on him. And for each one, you just with one quick little tug, you're able to remove both arrows. And as you do that, a good amount of blood starts to leak out of the orifices as that happens.
While I'm doing that, I'm preparing him. We're gonna like put him in the back, maybe put a blanket over him or something. But I see if he has like maybe a couple of pouches of 10 gold each on him, or something like that.
Money, maybe.
I'm not doing this job for nothing.
Jack, I want you to go ahead and roll me an investigation check, and if you hit a natural 20, then yeah, sure, he will have a pouch of 10 gold on him.
Well, that's not natural.
Okay, well, you honestly don't find a lot. If anything, you find the map of like the nearby area of the Sword Coast, the one that I showed you guys last session. It's pretty much all that he has in there. He doesn't really have a lot of belongings. I think he keeps a lot of his money and possessions either in Neverwinter or in Phandelver, because he kind of travels back and forth. So,
Well, I don't know what's a map, right? There's a piece of paper.
well, you run your fingers over it, and you can kind of tell by like the etchings in the paper that it's definitely some sort of
Fuck is this
symbolic
shit?
piece of
Just
paper.
throws
Yeah.
Useless.
Oh, it's a napkin. Just like wipes down his face.
A diary, maybe? I don't know.
I say I'm definitely gonna need
Yeah.
help carrying him to the back.
Um,
You say
I
that
have
out
a
loud.
-1 strength. I can't.
Elias will turn around and look a bit hesitant, but again nod his head without Comic seeing, and we'll lift up the other end, or at least try to.
Not his head without.
Totally. Greeble is gonna come and help out as well. Just kind of like doing one hand, like yeah, I got it, and helps you bring the Denton's body into the back of the cart. If you don't mind, can I have everyone roll me a perception check right now? Did anyone get lower than a 10?
Oh, hold on, I have to do my math. No.
Is this sight-based or?
It's hearing based.
I rolled a nat one.
Okay.
You roll a nat 1.
I rolled a
Okay.
nat 20.
Nat 20. Nice. Okay.
But minus 5. Or sorry, minus 3.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Not 20 still a not 20.
Yeah.
Serene, you are just so paranoid of like goblins coming by that you're just kind of like scanning the horizon the entire time, and you actually don't hear it. And Elias, you hear it first. You hear the sound of a cart similar to the one that you have coming in from the east along this road, and you hear a halt as you see about maybe 80 feet away. There is 2 humans in a cart as they're traveling, and they're actually parked right in front of these 2 carcasses here in the middle of the road. And the rider kind of sees you all gathered up in front, and he yells, "Hail!"
We're not like mid carrying this body, are we?
I would say at this point it's already pretty securely in the back.
Okay.
It's not what it looks like. Promise.
Officer,
The rider,
one
the rider
doozy of a day.
You would not believe.
You would not believe the day that I've been having. The rider stays put, and his what you would assume to be his escort kind of gets down. He's plated up in medium armor, and he has a crossbow in one hand and you can see a longsword in the back. And he walks over to you. Everything seemed to be all right here.
Who does he speak? Who does he say that?
Who's he
Just
talking to?
all of us,
Just
or-
to the group in general. He just.
Oh, I turn around. Oh, there's people here. Yeah, we had a little bit of a ambush. You can see a goblin right there. They fired first at us.
You're not
You
supposed to
claim
take too
self-defense
long
and
here on the
stuff.
Tribord Trail. Prone to goblin attacks and ambushes all the time. Whereabouts were you heading to?
Toffee, where were we heading to?
Phandelver.
Okay, then
You're the worst.
I'll say it.
Go on.
Phandelver.
You're about a day's travel from there. We were going to be heading back over to Neverwinter with some cargo. Is everything going to be all right? We can't really get to this road. There's these damn horses in the way.
Yeah, those were there when we got here.
Right. Well, I would appreciate some assistance in moving these horses. Otherwise, me and my associate will be moving the horses ourselves.
Yeah, Comic, why don't you go? You know what? You see him, right?
We
Over there.
I smell them. Yeah, we can tie them up to like the oxen, right, and have them pull it off the road.
Is that a question for me?
No, I just do it. What
What are you doing?
I go over to the oxen and I'll try to lead them
Oh.
over the horses and
Right.
like tie around the
The oxen that are detached from your cart all the way over here. Oh, you're trying to like. I see what you're trying to say. Okay. Yeah. If you want to go ahead and head over to the oxen, go ahead and roll me. What does that look like? What does that look like
Can-
when you go over to the oxen?
Well, I'm using like my sword as like kind of like a cane just to make sure I don't trip on any like brush or anything. And then I don't know, I'll feel around, see if there's like any like reins or something on the oxen I can grab, and then
Yeah.
just lead them that way.
It has like some like robe and some attachments and like a saddle and all that on the oxen, just to kind of make sure if they wanted to move something, it is there. But as you come closer, you do hear one of them kind of get a little as it's trying to eat.
Can Elias will kind of be following behind Comek a bit once he sees that he's going towards the oxen, and
Totally.
he'll just tell the oxen, "Okay, we have to go."
How do they react?
Yeah, how do they react?
Go on, Toffee. Roleplay the oxen.
They're just really just minding their own business. If you guys get close, they might interact with you a little bit more. But in terms of you leading the ox over to the horses, they're just minding their own business for now.
I get close.
Yeah, totally. So what specifically are you trying to do with the oxen? Are you gonna just take it by the reins and just kind of like drag him over, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna alpha and just like grab him. It's like, I'm in charge.
Are you grabbing both at the same time? You're just
No.
double fisting it. You're just grabbing one. Okay.
No.
Go ahead and roll me. Just go ahead and roll me an animal handling check.
All right.
I hope you have good animal handling.
Oh no.
9.
Oh.
Yeah, totally. As you try to approach one of the oxen, you hear as it begins to stop eating and it begins to gallop away about maybe 15, 20 feet. It's just really doesn't want to be touched by anyone right now because they've been traveling for 3 days straight and they're exhausted.
Say, hey. Dang it.
Rat.
Rats.
All right. Can I go
I need
over
help.
seeing it run away? Can I go try to calm it down and get it to like lead it? Is there
Sure.
any what do oxen eat? Would I know that?
Grass?
They were just eating.
grass.
Yeah.
Grass
Yeah,
and
they-
berries.
Can I
and
can I
stuff.
get like a if there's any like leaves or something if they seem interested in what they're eating and like pick them up and try to like
Oh,
lead
like
it
a branch.
with food.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to like? Yeah. Describe that to
trying
me
to-
more. Yeah.
I'm trying to like whatever they were eating, unless it was like just straight grass. I mean, maybe foliage or whatever, and try to go over to it and lead it like how you in Minecraft put like the stick. over the pig and
exactly,
you try to
exactly.
lead it?
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, I like that. Are you gonna do it for one oxen or for both?
I'm gonna try the one that ran away from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, since you're only doing one, go ahead and roll an animal handling check with advantage.
Hell yeah. Okay, animal handle 20.
Nice. What do you have on the stick?
Is there like a berry bush or something?
Yeah,
that I
it's
can,
it's like blackberries on a bush nearby.
Yeah, I'll do
and
that.
as you taunt it and you're beckoning for it, the oxen goes, and it's like a slow clomp, and begins to follow you as you lead it over to the 2 dead horses in the middle of the road.
I got one.
Say, okay, you got rope?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me
Yes.
think. Yeah, I do. I have.
And you hear the armored escort. We haven't got all day. We could just go around, but that'd be damaging to our wheels here. We would prefer just to kind of stay on the road. You mind hurrying it up a little bit?
You should have. You're not even helping us. When you said that you needed help, and now we're doing all of the work.
If you said there was a goblin ambush, we gotta make sure that it don't happen again. So
He's got a point.
Alright, I'm just. Fuck you. I'm gonna take out of the explorer's pack. I'm just gonna take the 50 feet of rope. I'm gonna like cut some of it. I'm not gonna use the whole thing.
yeah.
And tie it around the oxen, and then try to secure it to one of the horses.
Yeah, I would say that you just do so with no check required. It's pretty docile now, that one ox.
Okay. And then, can I get it to pull the horse away from the?
Yeah, I would say since you already got that 20, the horse is able to be dragged away off into the side of the road, off into the grass by one of the oxen.
Okay. I got one.
We can just like go around now, right? I mean, that one, we push it a little, but I feel like we only really needed one out of the way.
Right? And the armored escort kind of looks up to the rider, and the rider goes, "We haven't got all day." And the armored escort kind of goes up. Well, we're over to Neverwinter. Best of luck to you all.
We didn't get your
And,
names.
You fucker.
Were you? You?
My name's Comic.
What was your childhood like?
I mean, any
just being
horrible
polite.
tragedies?
My name's Lyndon.
Johnson?
This one here is Ron. I'm Ron!
Oh god.
Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
And he begins to go, "Hia!" and begins to push the cart, and the horses tragically trample the other horse as they try to get over.
Oh my god.
The dead horse as they try to get over. And pushes past you guys onto the road, and Greeble kind of looks wistfully over at the cart leaving, and goes, "Hey, wait!" And then Ron kind of breaks the cart. Yep. What do you need? And Greeble looks at the group, looks back to Ron, and says, and then looks back to you guys. I think I want to go back to Neverwinter. Darling, I almost saw you die today. And I got this here in the shoulder. I just don't know if I'm cut out for all of this. You all are. I don't think I am. Maybe my parents were right. Maybe all I'm gonna be is a circus freak. And she begins to walk towards the to the cart and approaches Ron. You got room for one? And then Ron says, "Yeah, come on up here. We got room for one. We got room for one there, Lyndon."
Well, like half, but
All right.
And Lyndon nods. And before Greeble hops on, she reaches underneath her shirt and pulls out a pocket watch that she was wearing around her neck. Can I have everyone here please roll a d20 with just a raw roll, just a d20.
15.
6.
15.
Say that again, Beth.
15.
15, and Martin, you got 15? Roll off again.
19.
7.
And Greeble looks at the pocket watch and slowly walks over to you, Elias. And says, "Sorry about what I said to you earlier. I've been watching your performances at the Bellied Ogre for quite some time, and I actually think you're great. I want you to have this." And places this pocket watch into your hand and says, "That was my grandpa's. He gave it to me to remember that life's always changing, and to not be too satisfied with all that."
Elias looks at it, looks back at her sort of expressionless, and says, okay, thank you.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. Arcana. Oh, fell. 15, 20.
20. And with that 20, as Greeble places this old, slightly broken pocket watch into your hand, you notice that the face of the pocket watch begins to glow a bright blue. And Greeble's eyes kind of expand. I've never been able to get that to happen before.
Elias kind of looks it over, looks back at Greeble, and says, "What's it doing?"
I don't know, but I think this pocket watch was meant for you. And she sadly turns around, gets onto the cart with Ron and Lyndon, and watches you all, not even waving goodbye, but just staring at you all while she goes over the hill and out of sight. And for you, Elias, you just gain an item. I'm going to go ahead and add this to your journal and your journal only. It's up to you if you want to disclose what it does. But it should be in your journal now. Let me know if you got it.
Where's my journal?
It's going to be the paper things next to the eye. The paper things next to the eye on the top. Also, who's playing audio? I can hear like someone's like
Oh
audio.
yeah,
right
I
now.
hear something too.
Who is that?
I thought it was the background of whatever you're playing.
Oh, you might be right. It might.
I
be
think
my-
it is like the voices.
Yeah.
It keeps going
Yeah,
again and
yeah,
again,
yeah.
and I was just
Yeah.
confused. Anyway,
At first, I thought I had a tab open somewhere.
Yeah, me
I was
too.
like, "Oh shit, what am I watching?" My bad. I didn't want to say anything because I was like, "Just shut the fuck up."
You know who you are.
Did you
Shut
find
up.
it? Did you find it?
Yes, I see it now.
Yes, the stopwatch, right?
Yes,
Great.
I see.
Awesome. So as Elias kind of looks at this glowing blue pocket watch, what is everyone else here doing?
After the cart that Greeble is on leaves, I'd probably try and help get the other oxen that's still down here and start bringing it back to the cart because we're gonna have to attach it back.
Yeah, totally. At this point, the second ox has already kind of eaten its fill and is just kind of just relaxing. At this point, it's gonna be pretty docile and easy for you to handle. So go ahead and roll me an animal handling check
You
with
say
advantage.
that. Ooh. Okay, so 13. 15.
Yeah, great. You're able to escort that ox to the other horse and drag it off the side of the road. Totally. Serene, while you do that, do you mind rolling me a survival check?
Yeah, sure thing.
Failed to survive. You're dead.
12.
12. Yeah, totally. As you're hooking up that horse to be like dragged off to the road, you do notice that these horses, they have saddlebags on them. They weren't just like wild horses. And as you look through it, you see that they're empty. They're empty saddlebags. You notice that there are about a dozen arrows kind of protruding all throughout the horses and killing them dead. They do have a little bit of a stench to them, so you can assume they've been dead for approximately a day. And off to the side of the road, you see it in the grass there. But you see a empty leather map case.
Let's see.
Yes.
Arrows. Okay. 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 After the horse has been like pushed off to the side of the road, I'll come lead the oxen back to the cart and the group. And I'll just sort of mention that like it looks like the horses there were probably robbed. There's nothing left on them, and they probably were carrying stuff. There was a map case, but they've been there for at least a day. So whoever did it is probably long gone by now.
Or any sign of the riders?
Do you think it was maybe the goblins that killed more people, like they were like just trying to do to us?
Could have been. There were
Think them-
arrows.
compare
kinda
the
thing.
arrows. See if they're the
Oh.
same kind.
You want to do that?
Are arrows just arrows?
Sure, arrows are arrows, but some of them are like crudely made. Some of them can be like really expertly made. You know, just depends. But
I go feel up the arrows.
yeah, totally. You're gonna go ahead and head up to the horses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
That
Love
is
the air.
survival 5.
5. Usually you're pretty good at like discerning things just by the feel of touch, but if anything, what you're feeling right now, because they were so crudely made, you're unsure if these are just sticks or arrows. Yeah.
Picking up sticks on the road.
Yeah.
Sticks are embedded in this horse.
It's from the wagon running over it.
And is the other oxen still grazing off where the other
No,
one was
at this
before?
point, Serene has been able to kind of secure both oxen to the
Okay.
cart again.
Gotcha.
And of course, Denton is in the back of the cart still.
Right.
But yeah, would anyone else like to inspect the horses?
I'll go.
You see me like having trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I helped him with the ox too. I'm like, I'll go help him. Or try.
Right. Go ahead and roll me survival or perception check, whichever one you want to do. Whichever one you're more advantageous in.
I have like an arrow in one hand and a twig in the other. I'm like,
Yeah.
these look the same to you?
9.
9. Totally. With a
I'm
9.
not.
Yeah, with a 9, you don't really see anything too out of the ordinary. However, what you do see is you see where the horses fell. You see there was things brushed up against in the grass. You see like some of the grass is kind of like weighed down, as if like weight has been applied to the grass nearby. It probably continues on for maybe 2 feet or so, but you don't see much anything else. And yeah, with the 9 you don't really see that much.
Elias is gonna come by and say, "What are you guys doing?" And then,
We're looking at sticks.
Sticks. Arrows.
Yeah,
They're arrows.
no. Well, one of
Darling,
those
they're
is
arrows.
no. The one in your left is an arrow, and the other one is just a stick from the ground.
Pass the
and-
test.
Elias kind of pats the horses, and if their eyes are open, closes them.
Yeah,
Says-
go ahead and roll me another survival check for me, please.
Okay. 3.
Mother, okay. For some reason, the horse's eyes were closed, but like
Okay.
you open them and then you close them just to give
At least
yourself
you're not
like
in combat, man.
yeah.
Oh, he's awake. Oh, wait, I did that.
And as just because everyone's already done a survival check,
Yeah.
as,
give up on the
as
arrows.
you're playing with the dead horse's eyeballs, you
Oh!
you get kind of bored playing with the eyeballs and closing and opening and closing them again, and you look up, kind of getting kind of bored now at this point, and you see where Darling was looking. You do see a trail that's been laid out into the dirt, and it's beginning to kind of lead northwards out through here. You see a whole bunch of mud being displaced. You do see faint crimson tracks there, and you do see 2 heavy imprints, 2 trails being led through the wet soil here. Yeah, and it's leading northwards. So, anything
We don't
else?
see.
Well,
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
I mean, only you see it here, Elias. So if
Oh,
you want to
okay.
relay this to your party, feel free, or you can just keep it secret. You don't have to tell them anything.
No,
Let
I
us keep playing with the sticks.
look over and close the eyes once more. And I look at the horse and say, oh, okay. And then I look over at the dirt path, and I say, they said they came from over there.
I
and
hate
I point out
that.
the tracks.
Who said that?
And Elias just points at the horse, which
Oh,
Comic can't see.
I asked you a question.
Rue did not answer a question. Are you ignoring me?
And Elias just kind of looks confused and looks at Darling and Serene. The horse.
The dead horse?
And
Darling's just gonna slowly get up and start going back towards Serene. It's like-
and Elias starts getting a bit flustered and shy and just kind of walks next to to Serene.
Oh, okay. No, he's going.
I'm gonna. Do I see the trail now that he's talking about?
Yes, you do see the trail.
Okay.
You see the trail.
Okay.
Do I see the trail?
I'm gonna walk away from both Darling and Elias
Why are you doing this?
toward the trail. I'm
Totally.
uncomfortable.
Totally. And now that you're on this trail, okay, let's hope for good rolls this time. Go ahead and roll me a survival check with advantage.
Oh, you got it, sir. Oh, okay. Let's see if I get a nat 20. All right, 20.
20. Totally.
Yeah.
And it took a while to find. There was a lot of goofing around, but y'all found it. Y'all found it eventually. Y'all found the trail. Again, it's kind of leading like right over here. It's kind of discreetly hidden, and you notice that there are a ton of what you can only assume to be goblin footprints, about 12 or so, and they're all kind of following this trail. It leads, like if I were to like, it leads northward. Like, you can see it very clearly now that were following a certain trail. And you notice that there were at least 2 humanoid bodies being dragged behind them as well. Also nearby, just on the bottom of this northern hill, you do see a small little goblin like campfire, like a little setup, like small little tents. You can only assume that these goblins were setting up here for an ambush, and they've been waiting here for some time. And yeah, you're able to finally figure out where the trail is going, and it's heading north.
You guys, tell me about the trail.
Yeah. Well, I guess Serene is the one that saw it. So.
Yeah, it's just a.
Don't worry about it, Comic. Could we maybe...
I go over the horses.
Oh no.
Well, okay, before we maybe like spend some time here, I'm a little nervous about the cart being out of eyesight. Like if we go too far down where like the cliff kind of, or this hill thing or whatever kind of blocks it. Like, am I still within eyesight of the cart from the beginnings of that trail? Like just sort of where we...
Where you are right now, a normal person just like traveling down the trail won't see much unless they were being very, very perceptive. They won't see you there. As far as the cart being hidden there, you would probably have to take some effort and some time to try to, because it's a big cart. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
So, plus the oxen. So.
Well, okay. I don't necessarily know if we really want to spend the time investigating. I'm pretty sure what happened here is the goblins are waiting out for us. Or, well, they're waiting out. They killed 2 riders. Just decided to see if any more people would come because it's a clearly well-traversed trail. And...
You guys see the bodies?
No. At least I haven't seen them yet.
I
But
don't see anything.
Based off that 20, Serene, you can only assume that whatever was being dragged is going along with the goblins, and it follows into a deep thicket heading north. So.
so, okay, it still continues north.
I have a question.
What does?
The drag marks.
Yes.
There's drag marks, by the way, Comic, and
Ah.
probably, you said what, 12 sets?
Probably 12 pairs of goblin footprints. Yeah.
Probably about 12, and we've only killed about 4. So
Um, are the drag marks like? Does it look like someone was kicking, or just like a straight drag? Like, does it look like they were carrying dead weight, or was there like a
Is there a lot
struggle
of
to it?
blood?
Yeah. Like, is there a struggle to the
There's
drag?
actually not. Again, I'm kind of just basing this off Serene's rolls, but there isn't a lot of blood. There isn't a lot of blood. Most of the blood was on the horses, and you do see off the base of one tree there are like grab marks like in the bark, as someone was trying to like probably resist being pulled away.
Okay. They maybe not dead. Maybe.
Okay, who's really good at being who's very small and not noticeable? I don't
Oh,
think Komek
well,
is right for this.
we had someone.
Yeah, they
We
just
did. Yeah. Um my vote is two people could scout ahead, and as soon as you see any sign of danger, just run back, and two
Well,
people
then
stay with
wouldn't
the
it be
cart.
who's faster?
Fastest, but also I would say like you don't want to alert that, like if you were to walk in and like see 8 goblins in a camp, then to leave without alerting them so
Yeah.
that they don't attack you.
Or we
Um,
could do like two ahead or one person depending on like how confident everyone is in their ability to be quiet.
I'm just worried about leaving the cart here unattended because that's our job, is to bring that cart to Phandelver. That's what we're gonna get money for.
That's I'm just worried about splitting the party.
You say that?
Yeah.
Okay. I say, well, 10 gold's 10 gold, but two people being captured by goblins, it's kind of pressing. Is there any way we could take the cart along the trail?
I feel like it's probably too small.
Can we hide the cart?
He said it would. I mean, it would be too.
God.
God.
If
It's
only I
just.
had eyes.
It's a little. It's big. I mean, we could, but then there's the oxen as well. They're gonna make noise. Anybody passing by might be able to hear it if they don't see it. Um,
We detach the oxen, hide the cart, we ride the oxen along the trail.
but then the oxen is gonna alert anybody because
These loud oxen.
I mean, they
I
do
mean,
make
are
Coffee, are
noise.
these oxen loud?
They're not being loud right now because they're pretty happy right now because they just ate and they're just
Okay.
relaxing in the shade underneath this mountain face, this cliff face. So they're pretty docile and they're gonna be easy to handle. You can manipulate them however you want. I will add on that the trail to the north it's a pretty straightforward trail, but then it goes into like a deep like a thicket of trees. The beginning of it is kind of wide, so you could probably sneak in an ox into your ox into that thicket if you wanted to, but whoever scouts ahead, they would see that it gets kind of tight, so then you can't bring them all the way down the trail.
What if we take the cart as far as we can take it and then kind of try to hide it where we can while we're there?
Right.
And then because then the people on the road won't hear the oxen or see the cart. And then
Okay.
we would just have to.
Is there any danger to off-roading a cart? Like, could we destroy the wheels or something by doing that?
You would just have to be very careful. You could take it slow and
Okay.
yeah.
Is this path what leads to where we're going, or is this just like a fork
No,
in the
to
road
get
where?
to get to Phandelver, it's just this road to the east, and then you cut south after a bit. But this trail is leading north away from the road to Phandelver.
Okay.
That's the only plan I have.
Do we think it's too risky to keep going straight to where we need to go?
I mean, it's not risky. It's just that 2 people might die.
They might already be dead, to be fair.
That's fair. I mean, there's a lot of blood.
And it's what? I mean, maybe been a day and there's 12 of them. Do goblins eat people? Is that like a thing they do? Are they like?
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Just general intelligence check.
Is it history or intelligence?
12.
Or a history check if you want.
Well, either way, it's 12.
12. From what you recall, you don't know if these are just like horror stories as a kid that you were told as a kid, but like if they get hungry enough, they will consume.
Can I do goblins wear anything?
Some of them, yeah, they wear like loincloths. Some of them that are more advanced.
No.
They don't go commando. How about
Okay.
that? They wear like sets of ragged commoner clothes and bits and pieces of what they can get off people.
Okay.
They also are able to like make like rough armor if need be.
Probably is too small for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd pass. Oh,
All
maybe.
right. So what are you guys all doing?
I mean, I'm just worried about the job, really. I mean, yeah, the chances of these people being alive are pretty slim. And we would be outnumbered. There's 8 of those, and we almost got our shit rocked with 4. So my stance is just to keep going, but if I'm outnumbered, I will do whatever you guys want.
Toffee, would I know why goblins would kidnap people instead of just killing them?
Go ahead and roll me a history check with advantage.
Interesting.
12.
12. Yeah, in your time of like learning about like various monsters and various disruptions throughout the realm, you know that goblins have like a little bit. They're dumb, but they're not that dumb. They don't just kill for no reason. They're not like that. They're not that evil. Usually, they like to prey on people that have things on them, because they want to. Either have them for ransom or just to get their supplies. At this point, like goblins have been so like I don't know what's the word, like ostracized that essentially they're just kind of fighting for survival at this point, and
They're like barbarians.
they're like barbarians essentially. They pillage when they can, when they know it's advantageous for them, and when they know they're going to have the upper hand. And they have a lot of like guerrilla warfare tactics and stuff like that. So Comac, for
I have a
yeah.
question.
Go ahead.
Those horses, the saddles and stuff that they had on them, were they like fancy looking, or were they just kind of standard like?
Yeah, one of them is really, really nice, and it's broad, and it kind of has like a golden tint to them. For some reason, they didn't take it. Maybe it was too heavy. And then it's scribed into one of the side of one of the saddles, the nice-looking one. You see the initials GR. And the other one is just a plain leather saddle.
Would I know anything that goblins would be afraid of?
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Oh my god! Oh my god! No, we gotta go! We gotta go on the trail! We gotta go on the trail! Oh my god, Toffee, you son of a bitch! We gotta go! GR, that's Gundren Rockseeker! That's our boss! That's who's paying us! We have to go! He's
I
dead!
say, oh, they're probably dead.
Oh god, the epiphany! Oh my god, we gotta go. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, if the cargo's gone, it's his, so it doesn't really matter.
Do I just add my overall intelligence?
It would just be
to
a
my-
raw roll plus your intelligence modifier. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, I rolled the wrong die. It's a D12. 8.
You don't know anything about
I
what
don't
goblins
know.
are afraid of, or what they even like. Yeah.
Yeah.
To you, that was the first time you ever saw a goblin.
Okay, great.
So Gundren was a dwarf, right?
Yes, he was a dwarf. Golden
Okay.
hair, three-forked beard, very opulent looking. Yeah.
And so Serene shouts this.
I looked at the saddle and then I was like, oh my god!
We get it's like zooming into her and into the initials and back to her to the initials. And
Weird, like-
it's like, wait a minute.
Like the
Wait a second.
zoom in on the eyes.
It's like, okay. Awesome.
Okay, so we're hiding the wagon then, I guess.
Well, it
Yeah.
doesn't even matter because if it gets stolen, we could tell him we saved your life, and if he's dead, he's not gonna pay us. So fuck the cargo.
Yeah, you do notice that like where the trail is beginning, there is like quite a sizable amount of trees and like thick foliage that you could probably fashion together some sort of cover for it if
Camouflage?
need be. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sort of camouflage.
It's worth a shot to hide it.
Yeah.
That is our transport anyway.
Could we? Is there enough room to bring it around on top of this hill where the goblins jumped us out of sight?
I would say that yeah, there is enough. If you take your time and slowly guide the oxen, you're able to kind of get it to the beginning of that trail.
Okay.
If all four of you want to try and conceal it, we can all do like a group check.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. You can roll for whatever you want. First off, like how are you disguising this cart before you head off onto the trail? How are you
Are
disguising
those
it?
like they're trees, right, around the area?
There's trees, there's bushes, there's like river, there's like small little creeks. If you scour around, you probably find something that will actually help you. But
I would
ahead.
suggest. So I don't know how else to describe this. You know how sometimes people will like hide cars in forests and they'll put like stuff over the top of the roof and stuff. Like that's kind of
Big leaves.
yeah. Like
Okay.
find a spot
Branches
where
and stuff?
it's thick,
Mm-hmm.
like the trees and stuff or the bushes around it, and like pull off stuff from other areas and make it look like part of like a thicket.
all right, is that what we're deciding to do?
I don't
We
know
do
if
that.
I agree. I think
We
that
do
Okay.
that.
We do that.
Depending on what you guys want, you guys can either roll a nature check or a survival check of your choice. Only choose one though.
Do we each choose our own?
Yeah, each choose your own,
Okay.
whichever you want to do.
Okay.
Do a nature check.
Survival.
Yes.
20.
13.
5. Survival.
15 nature.
Nice, that's what I needed. Nice. That's 2 out of 4, so you guys pass. I would say after about 30 to 45 minutes of kind of fashioning yourselves and foraging for supplies and trying to find a good spot to kind of hide the cart, you're able to put like thatchets of leaves that you kind of fashion together and big branches to kind of obscure the cart. As far as the oxen, are you guys going to just tie it off nearby, or just what are you guys going to do with the oxen?
Yeah, I would suggest take them as far away from the road as we can and like use some rope to tie them to a tree or something. Give them enough
Absolutely.
slack to, eat grass or whatever.
Yeah.
How far away is it going to be from the cart?
Well, where's the cart now? I think I missed where
If
people were.
If you want to get like a visual representation, like I don't
here
know,
somewhere?
yeah, it's kind of like off the map here. Yeah, I would say it's
Okay,
gonna be like
sure, sure,
here
sure.
or something like
Sure,
that.
sure. Okay.
Again, this is just a battle map, but yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say because we've tried. Well, we were saying like we're trying to put it in a like a thicket area, like put them more in like like where oxen would graze, kind of thing, not too close to the cart.
But still attached to the rope.
Maybe near some water too.
With time to a tree and like
Yeah.
something.
Okay. I would say yeah, sure. You're able to kind of find like a good location of the land where it has water and a good amount of grazing grass to get to, and they are just pretty calm. They're just like, and as you tie them up, they kind of begin to they all kind of like lumber down for a nap, and you see them begin to sleep in the sun.
While they're tying up the oxen, I go to the dead horses
Totally.
and I just want to kneel down and put my hand on it and say, hello?
It's cool to the touch, Komek. This horse dead.
All right, it was worth a shot. I go back.
Before you all continue down the trail, 2 things for housekeeping. One, Komek, you looted all of these things from these goblins: 2 short bows, 2 quivers, 20 arrows, 1 scimitar, fishing tackle, and a pouch of worm bait. Is anyone going to take any of this?
I'll take. Wait. There's a fishing.
I'm not gonna really be
tackle
tracking
and
encumbrance, but like if you like take like 3 statues and like a whole thing, like I'll be like, no, you can't
Yeah,
take all
yeah.
of it. You know what I mean? You don't have to take anything you don't want.
I guess not.
You want the bag of worms?
I mean, it's kind of weird that that's there, right?
What do you mean?
Goblins
what?
fish, I guess,
I get, but why would they okay.
for food.
But why would
Have
they
humans to
steal
munch
if
on.
they're gonna, like, just get their own food?
Probably get sick of fish. I don't know.
Why is society made? Fish isn't enough.
Why they wanted a dwarf?
Okay. Never mind.
Tastes yummy, I guess.
All right.
Oh, are we
okay.
gonna leave Denton on the cart?
We're not taking them with us.
Well, I mean, I don't know how long this trail's gonna go on for.
Okay, if he
I want to come back to like the
decomposes,
birds getting to him.
Well, what?
But he's hidden.
From the bird. I'll wrap up his body. I have a winter blanket, and I'll say that'll have to do.
I can take a short bow and some arrows.
You say
Elias
that to
says
us?
nervously. Yeah.
Oh.
Go for it. Yeah.
Are they
Okay.
regular arrows or the crossbow bolts?
They're arrows. They're not crossbow bolts. They're crudely made, but they're still as effective as a normal arrow. So, Martin, if you want to go ahead and just drag on just a short bow into your inventory as well as arrows.
Sure.
You have 20. Do you want to take the whole 20, or do you want to just take like half? I mean, it's up to you.
Depends if anybody else wants them, and I should probably take a quiver as well.
I don't think quiver is on roll 20, but just
Oh, okay.
assume that if you have
It should
arrows,
be.
you have a quiver. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Put it in your pocket.
It's like jam them in.
All right. Any other business before we head onto the trail? Great. I would like to know marching order, please.
I'll lead.
You're
like
gonna
when it-
lead?
I'm gonna lead.
Yes.
I kneel down on the trail. I taste it.
Wait, so do we want to
Ew.
do we want to try and be sneaky, or are we just like?
I would. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm decent with stealth. I don't know how everybody else is, but I'm okay with it. Probably not as good as Greeble would have been, but not rip, but rip.
Yeah, so what's the marching order, guys? Is Kama gonna be in front, or is it gonna be you, Serene?
I think Serene wants to go first.
I'll go first.
All right.
I'll be behind her.
Serene. So what's the order, guys? Sorry, Serene,
Me,
Darling,
darling.
I'll be third.
Kamek.
Archer in the back.
I'll be
Nice.
kind of looking over Komek's shoulder as I'm all the way in the back.
Oh, bless.
Just something I want to bring up, just in case, just because I want to make sure that we're wary of it. Would any of you like to possibly take a short rest before you guys go on the trail, or are we golden?
I think
I
I'm
mean,
okay.
during like all the fucking about, was that not just a rest?
Yeah, I was gonna ask how long that would take to hide that cart and everything.
I would assume like during that time, yeah, you would take a short rest. But it's up to you if you want to roll your hit die to regain some
Yeah.
HP if you want.
I'm gonna do that.
Didn't you
Yeah,
cast?
I'll do that.
Oh no, did you cast Cure Wounds on Greeble? Never
I'm
mind.
Greeble.
Yeah.
Fucking
Um.
amazing.
So you're redeeming your hit die there, Komek?
Yeah.
No, I'm just taking a short rest so I get second wind back.
Oh, so you get second win back, and then only the person using is gonna be you, darling.
Yes.
Great. Okay, cool.
What do I roll?
It's just gonna be your hit die, so I think it's a D8,
8. Yeah.
and you only get
7.
Yeah,
So
so
I
you're back
have more than. Yeah.
you're back to full.
7.
Okay. Serene, you are in the lead here.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a survival check for me, please.
Oh, I'm so good at those. 7.
7. Go ahead and roll me a D6.
Oh no.
3.
3. Awesome. So you guys go ahead and venture into the trail, and it's a very evident and very clear and very long trail. You guys follow that trail for about 3 miles on foot.
Jesus Christ.
But the whole time you can still see like those body marks being dragged through, as well as the goblins' footprints going down the road. You can only assume that like what you see here, they go up and down this path all the time.
I see.
It's the pollen. Thank you. There's pollen, right? In D&D? That's the thing.
And
Yes.
It's a monster.
There's plans.
and you get up to
I have
the
allergies.
and you get up to the 3rd mile, and you're walking down, and you notice that the thickets just keep getting thicker and thicker. It gets like it's hard to kind of like really, you have to like watch where you're putting your feet down in fear of like spraining an ankle, but you're able to kind of move at a decent pace. Is there anything that the party wants to do while they're traveling along?
What time is it now?
Right now, it's going to be about I would say around 3 p.m.
Okay.
3 p.m., 4 p.m. The sun is kind of like at the highest point, and in a few hours' time, it will be getting to sunset.
Okay.
We're trying to be sneaky all this time.
Up to you.
I would like
Yes.
to be, yes.
Trying to sneak up on some goblins.
Yeah.
I will give the forewarning that if you are trying to sneak, you will not even that. It's the fact that like you won't be able to be actively perceptive. So
Okay.
I think. But anyway, if you guys want to like travel sneakily, you guys can. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a stealth check, guys. Just a straight roll.
Wait, straight roll, not adding.
Or roll plus. It's not
Oh.
at advantage or
19.
disadvantage.
It's not disadvantage. What if I have heavy armor on?
You do have disadvantage on that, Comic. Yeah.
8.
2.
2. Okay.
Oh my
And then you got a 1. You got a 1. Okay. Serene, as you're kind of going in the lead, you're really just trying to play the model here and just trying to
Putting
really
this
make
one
sure
away.
that they all follow you. But as you look behind you, you notice that the rest of them, the other 3, they're just kind of clambering around and kind of holding onto each other, trying not to fall.
Swatting
Fucking
at
Cormac
the-
like pushes.
Get off me!
Ow!
Darlene's like pushes a branch aside and it swats me in the face.
Yep.
Sorry.
Like,
I
well,
thought you would duck, but then
I thought you saw that. I mean,
I saw that one coming.
Oh god. What a jerk.
I forgot.
I'm sorry. He's the one that keeps pointing, and we're just yelling at each other.
After a mile of that, I start walking with my shield in front of me.
Like between me and you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then after a
God.
certain amount of time, as you guys are walking down, you notice it breaks open into a clearing. And there is a Serene, since you are in the league, go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
Pen.
10. You notice that there is something kind of strange right there in the middle of the clearing. You notice, like, like on the beach, how they have, like, the stacked rocks? Yeah. For some reason, there is, like, a outcrop of rocks kind of laid up in the center there. And you can see these, like, green and red objects. It's kind of blurry right now because the sun is kind of glinting in. But you do see something in the middle of this clearing.
How far away is that from me? Like
I would say this is about the rocks. It's going to be about 70, 80 feet away.
Okay. I stop and I tell everybody.
Like run and
behind
do a little
me-
bit. Oh shit! Sorry.
I kind of silently like make hand signals toward the thing in the middle.
Is my natural one still in
I walk
effect?
past them.
Yeah. No, he just walked straight into
Yeah,
because
just like,
he didn't see Darling, and
Yeah.
so he just like slams into. Ow!
So that's what's happening. You're just walking past there, Comac.
Well, she's doing hand signals, so I'm like,
Okay. Okay.
I mean, wouldn't he just
Um,
walk into me?
Sure.
know
Cormac,
it's the path.
as you walk past into the clearing, as you pass the last tree before you get into the clearing, can you go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh, here we go.
We're saving? Oh, okay.
Dexterity saving throw. Yeah.
Baby?
16.
16. And as you step out into the clearing, you hear a as a rope as a snare rope attaches to your ankle, but before it's able to pull you up into the air, you're able to definitely get your foot out of the ankle.
Definitely.
And you escape danger.
Blindly.
Exactly.
I say, hello? I look forward, like, you guys missed this? Of course, they're behind me. And they...
Is anything else happening, or is
Hello?
It just, or is it just Comic in the middle of the clearing? Like,
Yeah, wait, do we see anyone like rushing out?
Or reach
Yeah.
out for, like, rope or something?
No goblins are coming out. All you really hear is like the nature and wildlife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, darling, go.
Okay. And so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna walk up to Coleman and put my hand on his shoulder and say, Serena's trying to do this whole thing with like hand signals. I think we all kind of keep forgetting that, like,
Right.
But you almost just got caught in something, so we should probably not be.
Yeah, I
in
was
the
just
middle of a
triggering this
field
for you
right now?
guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You knew
Thank
it was there the whole
you.
time.
Yeah.
All right, let's just back up a little bit.
Well,
on,
I mean,
bud.
it doesn't really matter. We can all...
Well, wait, the thing was in the middle of the clearing, right?
There was a
Yeah.
thing in the middle of the clearing, but that snare trap was like right before you got into the clearing, because you guys it was tied to a
I see,
tree.
I see.
It was tied to
Oh,
a tree.
okay.
Can I
So are
look,
we standing on like the edge of a tree line?
Yes, and you can see the
Okay,
clearing,
never
and you can
mind.
see the outcrop of rocks. Go ahead, Elias.
can I look around to see if I notice anything else that seems like it was put there?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check, please. Actually, an investigation check.
Okay.
Perception.
Okay. Perception. -2.
Oh, you
man.
got
You
minus
got a
two.
-2?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said,
I
watch
rolled,
out
a
for the rope!
I rolled a natural 1.
Yeah. Elias, like for some reason, the sun is shining in your eye at a certain angle, but like you just keep looking up at the sun. You're like entranced by it. You just you like how it feels on your eyeball.
Okay, great. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
blind.
Would anyone else like to take a look around?
I sniff the air.
Oh,
Do I smell goblin?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage, please. Because it is using smell.
Can I look around for traps? More traps.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check as well for you.
15.
15. Comac, you're able to smell something. There definitely were goblins here, but not for some time. Maybe it was about 3-4 days ago. I don't know how you're able to discern that. But what you do smell is the smell of rotting apple, as well as the smell of rabbit. You're able to smell rabbit.
Makes sense. Like cooked rabbit?
No, like raw meat rabbit. I think it has a distinct smell. I don't know compared to other meats.
I followed the scent.
You follow the scent totally, and it gets stronger. And it's funny because you smell it going upwards. It's going upwards into this. It's going up the tree, and you notice it's at pretty equal intervals around the circumference of the circle of this clearing, and you can only really assume that like there were other snare traps being laid out here in this clearing, and there are dead rabbits hanging from the snares.
Dead rabbit?
Yeah, dead rabbits hanging from the snares, and you guys just tripped the last one. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'll point that out.
Can I look up and see?
You're gonna point at it?
Yeah, you see them. They're about like
Yeah, general area.
there's just like a
Something
you know,
stinks up there.
gray rabbits. They've been hanging there. None of them seem to be like moving or struggling. They've probably been hanging there dead for quite some time, and maybe the goblins will be coming back to kind of collect their meat to cook. You do notice that yeah, that's pretty much what you see.
How many feet would you say away from those like glowing things are we?
The glowing things?
Yeah.
You mean the things in the center?
Yeah.
Would you like to walk up to it?
How I want to know how far away am I?
You're probably around 60 feet at this point. You kind of came into the clearing, and you could probably see it from a distance if you squinted your eyes and tried to see.
Can I make out shape? Like, what are they?
Yeah, they're. And go and roll me a perception check.
Don't. No, it's a natural one.
These just green blobs and red blobs. That's all you see.
It's my second natural one. Get out
So
of
I say, well, let's move on, I guess.
I'd like to get closer to the middle of the clearing.
Clearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Serena, as you get closer, you get close where you don't have to roll a perception check, but it's a head of lettuce and some rotten apples. You do notice a sack nearby, and if you were to look into the sack, you notice that it's equipment to make more tripwires and trip snares. You can only assume that this little clearing is a main source of food, of rabbit meat for the goblins nearby, and this is all that it kind of serves as.
Does anybody want a tripwire kit? Anybody know how to do that?
Does Elias know how to do that?
Maybe your rogue would have, but I don't.
Oh man!
I don't think so.
All right, keep it here then.
Robo-dude.
So the rocks are just like the rocks that you mentioned. They're literally just like rocks.
They're just out there to just kind of lure the rabbits in.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
And the trail that we were following, does it continue in this?
It does
clearing,
continue.
or-
It does continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just like another small little shortcut or a small little stop, like rest point. Yeah, but it does continue on.
I mean, I say we should just keep going.
Mm-hmm. Marching order?
Yeah.
The thing?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I'll stay in the back.
I'll go first.
You want to go first, darling? Okay.
Sure.
All right. And, darling, if you don't mind, just rolling me a d4, please.
A D4?
Yes, please.
Oh God.
Don't like that.
A 1.
Yeah, you continue on for one more mile down this path, and yeah, you notice that the earth underneath your feet is starting to give a little bit more, starting to get a little bit more moist, starting to get a little bit more mud underneath your boot. You're definitely near a source of water wherever you are, and you guys are just traveling down this trail.
Stealthily.
Stealthily, sure.
Well,
Right.
And
Can I look around to see if I can find where the water's coming from?
yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll me a survival check.
These fucking survival checks.
I know, right? It's like the least used one. I'm just trying to get my use out of it.
No, and like it's one of my worst things. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. 6.
It's wet because there's water nearby.
Nice.
Yeah.
There is indeed water.
And as you guys are beginning to travel down the trail, you notice that the way that the thickets are kind of the trees, they're kind of flanking you on both sides, and you notice that the pathway kind of narrows down into an 8 feet wide corridor as you guys are having to travel down the trail some more.
We keep going.
Keep going. Totally.
Yeah.
And as you guys are walking, with Darling in the lead, Darling, if you don't mind rolling me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Saving throw?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
14.
14. Nice. So as you are traveling down the path, and as the path is starting to narrow down, what you assumed to be just like fallen leaves on the path, as you step on this big pile of fallen leaves, it begins to collapse into a pit. But you're quick to catch yourself, and
Oh, okay.
this...
I'm gonna hold my hand back and make sure that Comac doesn't walk into it.
I could probably hear it.
I mean, I'm making sure.
as you see this like dust cloud of leaves and twigs and other things to keep this pit alive, to keep this pit structured, collapses on itself. It's not that deep, but there are like rocks, like sharpened rocks and stalagmites and all these things in the pit. So whoever would have fallen in here would have taken a small little bit of damage.
Brutal.
And yeah, now we have like these 1 foot ledges going on either side of the pit in order to cross. The pit is 6 feet wide, and it's 10 feet deep, and if you were to jump, you could probably easily jump over it as well.
I'd rather try my luck with going on the side, personally. So I'll just keep going. Like, whatever marching order we're in, I'm just gonna keep going, like...
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have you guys roll, just however you guys want to get across. You guys get across.
I'm also gonna go around.
Yeah.
I'll jump.
Nice.
Down.
You do like a badass slide. All right. So, as you guys continue to walk down the trail, you guys hear it first rather than see it. You hear the sound of running water as you notice on your right-hand side there is the beginning. It's the mouth of the river. There is a river nearby.
I think this is where the water from before came from.
Slowly
you.
turn to him.
And you get to this base of this slope, and now you notice that this river is traveling downhill, and you guys are at the very, very bottom of this hill. It's a very big and robust hill, and you guys are gonna start to the slope is going to steep upward, and you guys are gonna travel up the trail. Who's taking the lead here now?
I can stay in the
Yeah, you can keep
Totally.
the order.
And you guys follow it for another two or so miles, and the sun is starting to glaze over and starting to become sunset. 1 second here. I'm going to just get my reference here. And you finally come across a cave opening as you ascend that hill. Just imagine that there's like a river running through that mouth going down. The river is about 20 feet wide, and the depth of the river is only about 2 feet, so you could easily wade across it. It's a pretty decently flowing river. It definitely has some kick to it. And as you guys are following it alongside the left-hand side of this river up to this cave mouth, you notice that you can't enter the cave from the left-hand side, and that in order to enter the cave, there is a pathway on the right-hand side, but in order to get to that right-hand side, you'll have to cross the river.
Is there like something blocking the entrance on the left-hand side?
It just there's like nothing, like it's a river on the left-hand side going into the cave
okay.
mouth.
Sure.
You see what I mean?
Oh, I see.
And Elias, just because you said something, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay.
It's not our day.
3.
3. Okay. You do see that ledge. And that's that's pretty much
he?
it. And also the reason why you've been traveling on the left-hand side of this river the entire time rather than the right-hand side is because that right-hand side, those trees were very, very tight and creating very dense thickets, and so you're not able to traverse it. However, the dense thickets kind of end as you get to the cave mouth, and you're able to get onto some solid land as you get on there.
Okay.
And this cave is where the path leads.
Yes, it is very much clear going into there. It stops on the left-hand side of the river, and it's you can't really see much more than that.
Well, I'll ask why we stopped. I can't see that.
Yeah. There's a ledge.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Perceived it.
I smelled it.
So, we're gonna go in, right? Or like,
Wow.
Yeah. I'll cross the river.
You're going to cross the river?
okay.
All right.
I'll go after him.
You're going to follow
Luck?
after him? All right. As you begin to enter into the water, can you go ahead and as you just dip your toe into that water, can you go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage, please?
17.
17. All right.
Ooh.
Right before you dip your heavy ass metal into the water and all your armor and stuff, you look straight ahead behind this group of
what?
thickets. Oh fuck! you smell like a little bit of like rabbit meat, and you also smell like it's being cooked, and the smell of soot and ash and fire as something's being cooked, not necessarily inside the cave but outside. And you can also hear the faint murmurings of what you can only assume to be a goblin tongue. I don't know.
Nice.
And,
Actually, speak, Gob. No.
Wait, are we
yeah.
speaking goblin?
No. So I'll like put my hand out if like Darling is following me. And yo, obviously alert. I say,
Yo.
there's goblins that way, and I'll just point in that general direction with my sword.
He's like, that way.
Somewhere over there.
You're over there.
Okay, I turn around and relay the information quietly.
Hand signal.
Goblins.
I'll also follow or whatever with him.
So I will. This is on the opposite side of the river, right?
The smell and the hearing, yeah, it's on the opposite side of the river, on the same side where that entrance into the cave is, but it's behind some thickets. Let me just go ahead and just use what I was described here. Yeah, you notice that there's a little bit of it, like an insert in the middle of the thickets, but you can't really make it out from where you guys are at right now. Like another small little clearing on the right-hand side.
This is on the right-hand side of the cave entrance.
Yes, if you were facing it, yeah.
Okay. Is it possible, based off of this drawing here, could someone go around the left side of the cave and circle around?
Are you drawing on the? Sorry, I'm on another layer right now. What are you?
Just the image you showed of the cave entrance.
Oh yeah.
Is it possible, like instead of crossing the river, someone could go up around the cave?
No, I'm sorry. That was the best image I can find. If
Okay.
anything, here I'll go ahead and get you guys over here to the other side, to this actual what I was on. This is what it looks like. So if I were to have you guys on here, I would say that like what? Dunling's around here. Comac, you're like right here at the river. Serene, you're like with them, and
Yeah.
Elias, you're like in the
probably
flank.
behind. Yeah.
Oops. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Yeah, totally. I just did not bring you guys to the lair yet. Here we go. Boom.
Okay. I was like, wait.
oh, okay, I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will try to stealthily cross the river.
Okay. You want to cross the river to the other side?
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna have to roll me a stealth check at disadvantage.
That's a natural one.
Natural 1. All right.
We need to end the session. We're having a lot of distractions.
My first step, I slip on a rock.
Yep. And you kind of like fall back and you hit your head, but you don't take any real damage. And then once you do that, your metal clangs all over the rocks, and you hear and
Sit up and I say, I think they're alerted.
God damn it.
as 2
You don't
goblins come into view, like so. And I would like everyone to kind of roll for initiative right now, please. Thank you. Ooh, that is not what I
18.
wanted. All right, 1 second here.
I'm
Hold on. I roll 20 and add my initiative.
Yes.
Your dexterity modifier, yes.
Okay.
All right, 1 second here. Let me just get some music on. Ba, 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 ba. All right. Let's just go with the one that we did last time.
Nice.
Okay, so my goblins rolled. So 20 to 24. No one? Awesome. 15 to 19.
I got 18.
18. All right. 11 to 14? Or 10 to 14? Whoa.
I'm telling you, we need to cut it. Like,
God.
All right, 1 second here.
I just dive into the river. Float
you
downstream.
just drown yourself.
5 to 9?
I have a 7.
What the hell? Okay, hold on. Let me just get this in here. So it's a. Okay. All right, and then 1 to 4.
I have a 4.
You have a 1. Okay.
That is my 4th natural 1 today.
Wait,
You don't
you have no dex?
I have no deck.
Oh.
Don't you have leather armor on?
I have a... What? Yeah?
Why did you go with leather armor if you don't have any dexterity?
I don't know, Paper.
Yeah.
All right.
Have your
I don't want disadvantage on spell rolls.
All right.
Paper.
I don't think that stealth is gonna help right now.
Watch me.
All right, Serene, you are up, and the goblins are going to be up next after that. So you are free
Okay.
to.
Serene, save
whatever
us.
you want.
Right.
Please.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna move maybe like 10, 15 feet right here, just so I have line of sight of this guy. And yeah, I'm gonna firebolt him. 'Cause... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm used to doing that. Hold on. I'm sorry. All right. I'm used to doing that. Let me roll. 11.
Oh, should have went with the other
11
one.
does not hit.
Yeah, I should've went with the other
As you throw the firebolt, the goblin kind of gets out of the way and just kind of steps aside. And they're both wielding short bows. Just so you guys know.
Okay.
Right, great.
All right. This first goblin is going to go ahead and move up like so. I'm sorry, I just have to get up.
Question, am I prone?
You are. So you
Good.
have to expend half your movement to get prone. To move
Good.
That's fine.
I want a
Breathe.
challenge.
Disadvantage on attacks against them.
Well, no, they're shooting at me with arrows, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this goblin is going to go ahead and fire at the person that just got fired upon. So he's going to fire at Serene here. does a 10 hit.
Nope.
Yes, as the goblin kind of fires. And as he fires, you kind of notice that he kind of has like rabbit gristle all over his mouth. He was probably in the middle of lunchtime or dinner time. And this next goblin is going to go ahead and go up.
How rude of us.
And move up. So,
Sorry. We'll come back later.
oh sorry.
We can't
Come on,
do
come
that.
on. And he's going to go for Cormac here. So there's going to be a disadvantage here. That's a 19. And he's going to.
It's a
That does
gross.
hit. And he's going to hit for 7 piercing damage.
Ow.
All right. It is now Comac's turn, and then on deck is going to be Elias.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to second wind immediately.
Yeah, so you want to expend your bonus action to go ahead and roll that.
Yeah,
D10.
yeah. So I get 7 hit points back.
Totally, you're just back up to full. And as you're laying there in the water, and as the arrow kind of pierces your belly, you let out a little bit of second wind out of your butt, and you fart, and you you
And
turn
it
back.
propels me across the river.
Across, just kills one of the goblins. And yeah, totally. So you got that's your bonus action.
So 15 of my movement to stand up,
Yes.
and 5, 10. Okay, so I can get to there. And I'm gonna use my dodge action. I'm just gonna hold my shield up in front of me as I'm
Nice,
moving
okay.
across the river.
Oh, nice. All right, is that in your turn?
Yes.
All right, Elias, you are up. Darling, you are on deck here.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and Elias is going to kind of get his adrenaline rush again, pull out the short bow that he just pulled up earlier, and see if he can figure out how to take aim. Looks at where he thinks he's supposed to fire at the goblin that's here. And actually, he's gonna move up here to try to get a better angle and try to avoid line of fire as
Yeah.
best he can.
Totally.
And going to go ahead and try to fire one of the arrows.
Yes, go for it. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll. And I'm pretty sure bards are proficient in short bows, so it would be your roll plus your dex modifier plus your proficiency bonus. But yeah, go ahead and do your thing.
My roll plus my. Okay. No, that's the wrong die again. I got an 8 plus dex modifier is 2, so that's 10. And then what's the other thing?
It's just +2 because you're first level.
Okay, so then 8, 10, 12.
Yeah, that's gonna miss. As you go ahead and pull back your
Okay.
short bow, you're kind of like shaking a little bit already as the battle has just begun. And as you fire, it just goes like and just sinks right there, 5 feet in front of you. It doesn't even go anywhere. No travel feet.
Okay,
So that's your action. Any more movement? Any bonus actions?
Hold on, what is... Hold on, how far is this? Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, no. Yeah, can I, in a panic, Elias kind of looks at Comic and then casts Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, totally. What does that look like?
He's gonna look over at Comac, try kind of with fumbling with his short bow, drop it, and as he falls over, trying to catch himself, his hand just kind of waves this blue aura that kind of just goes straight over to Comac. And Elias kind of looks up like, huh? And that's Bardic Inspiration.
Nice. You got a Bardic Inspiration there. Comac, D6 on any attack, ability check, or saving throw. Whenever you want to use it.
Okay.
Totally. Is that end your turn?
Yep.
Nice. Darling, you are up, and then we'll go top of the round with Serene here.
All right. Can I hold on, let me. Oh yeah, okay. Can I cast Sacred Flame on the goblin that's in front of Corpse?
Yeah, totally. Isn't that a spell save DC?
I can. Well, yeah, it's a Dexterity saving throw.
Totally. At which goblin? The north one or the south one?
This one.
Yes. He's gonna roll a dexterity saving throw. He rolled a 13. What's your spell save DC?
12.
12. Yeah. As you cast Sacred Flame, he kind of sees it. As you throw it out, the flame kind of evaporates as it travels across the river. The evaporation from it. It's kind of a thick river there. Anything else?
No, I think I'm gonna stay where I am.
Totally. Right. So, goblin number 1 is going to go again, and he's going to get a better shot over here. He's going to move like so, right on the edge of the bank, and he's going to go for Serene one more time here, and he's going to fire his short bow. That is a 19.
And that hits. Yeah.
Goblins go before Serene.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. Let's retract that. My bad. Yeah, you're actually right. Serene, you're up. My bad. I didn't see that.
Would have
Kill them
killed
both right now.
You are so correct. Thank you. Thank you for catching that.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Well, I have 30 movement, right? So if I move like. Okay, I have a spell that's like a 15-foot cone. So how do you want to do, like... Obviously I need to move, but if I were here, is it like... What?
Yeah.
How wide is that
Unfortunately,
cone?
Roll20 doesn't have like good cone like makers.
Right.
But if you were to move into the water there, I would say, yeah.
Would I
if you
only
were
be able to hit one?
Damn, dude. This is why I wish Roll20
That's what
had.
I'm just trying to figure out.
The cone is going to be 15 feet at its farthest point. So if you get them at the edge of 15 feet, as long as they're within 15 feet of each other, you should be able to hit both of them.
15 feet of each other.
Yeah, because
Okay.
at the widest point, it's going to be 15 feet.
I see what you... Okay.
Yeah, I would say
So-
from where you're standing right there, you're able to catch both.
Both? Okay, I'm gonna do Burning Hands, which I believe is... They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Totally. What's your spell save DC?
That would be 12.
All right. I'll go and do it for both here. Oh yeah, they both fail. So
3d6 fire damage. Do you want me to roll that, or?
Wow.
you go for it. Go for it.
4, 5, 7.
7. Nice. What does that look like? These burning hands.
Okay, so obviously I had to take a few steps forward. I go forward, and then I kind of, because they're a little bit smaller, I'd probably kind of get down on one knee and like just in front of me, like shoot out these flames into this kind of like cone shape toward the both of them. Kind of eyes closed a little bit as the force of the magic is coming out of my hands, and yeah, that would be what it kind of looks like.
Totally. And that right there was the killing blow, as both of these goblins are both torched up instantly, and they fall to their knees and collapse in a burning pile of goblin ash.
Now, do you want me to roll the d20 for the?
Yes, please. If you don't mind rolling me a d20 here, please.
It was a 19.
19. Close, but yeah. As you expend your burning hands, you do feel the sensation on your chest again is beginning to warm up a little bit, but you have it firmly planted there. All right, and that's going to go ahead and end combat, and we're going to go ahead and take our 10-minute break now, guys. So yes, you guys were able to bop 2 goblins without taking any real damage, so that's pretty good.
Well, go back. I mean,
He had second wind. He's fine.
I had a second win.
Yeah, he has a second win.
yeah, okay. He's
I was
But
going
yeah,
to save it
guys,
for a rainy day, but yeah.
it is currently 5:33 for me. Let's meet back up here at 5:45. So 10, 12 minute break. All right.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Nice. So, let's get right back into it. So, just to recap, y'all followed the trail. Y'all saw the saddle. Serene had the revelation, the GR saddle, and y'all followed the trail, avoided some traps, and you are at the cave entrance of what you can only assume to be the goblin hideout. And you killed 2 goblins here, right on the outskirts. And yeah, let's resume. What would you guys like to do?
Well, when I sense like Serene crossing the river, and I'm behind my shield trying to cross, and I feel the heat of her burning hands, and the screams of these goblins. I look over, give it raise an eyebrow, and just kind of
I
nod.
see that.
I kind of nod to okay. I take note of this person who I thought was just a waitress.
All right.
And then
Food service workers are like the backbone of our society. All right.
Damn, hot take. Yeah, true.
Whoa.
True.
Hot take.
Not hot take. It's true.
And then I take note of that, but then I immediately go into perception mode, especially around the cave entrance, to see if anyone's reacting to the screams of goblins.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage here, while you are still outside of the cave here, Comic.
9.
9. It's honestly, what you can hear from outside of the cave, all you hear is the running water. You don't hear any approaching footsteps though. However, you do notice like how strong this like current is of this river. This isn't just like a nursery rhyme skinny river. It's pretty strong.
Okay. Well, I'll get out of the river.
Certainly.
I cross the river.
Yeah, totally.
I'd also like to get
as you
out.
guys cross the river, yeah, it's a bit noisy, but again, nothing is coming out of the cave.
Can I check if the arrow that I threw up and down is still okay before I cross the river?
Yeah, you pick it up and it broke in half. Oh, we just lost someone. Who we lose? Who we lose?
Beth.
Oh,
We lost a Beth.
I think
Where's she at?
still
Oh,
here.
she's still here. Wait, what? Beth. Oh, I think she good. Oh, we
All right.
back.
Sorry, the sun was coming like directly.
All good. Let me. Awesome. So you guys cross the river, over on this side, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then Elias, yeah, your arrow is pretty much
Yeah.
it broke.
Broken.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a crude arrowhead, crude
Yeah.
arrow, so it broke up on it back.
These goblins had arrows, so.
They did. If you would like to loot their bodies, whoever would like to loot it, feel free to roll an investigation check, whoever it's going to be.
I'll check this goblin in front of Elias now.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, 17. You find 17 arrows in their quiver, as well as another short bow if you want it. The other goblin also has the same amount, 17 arrows, as well as a short bow. No treasure, no other reasonable treasure on them.
Anybody want one of these?
I'm good. Thank you.
No thanks.
Ignore them and make my way over to like this little campsite here.
Yeah, totally. As you guys make over to the campsite, you notice that like what this probably was here, it was pretty much like a small little outpost to kind of keep watch. It actually has a pretty good view of anyone trying to enter into the cave, while also remaining pretty well hidden here. Yeah, there is a half-eaten rabbit on the campfire spit, as they were probably working on that before you guys came along.
So I don't smell like any dwarf up here.
Go
We
ahead
have
and
our
roll me.
own personal scent dog.
Yeah.
True bloodhound right here.
Yeah, Komek. Where specifically are you trying to smell? Are you trying to smell here at this campsite, or are you trying to smell like more towards like the cave entrance?
Just around the campsite.
To around the campsite. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
13.
Yeah, totally. What you smell here, it's mostly goblin. It's mostly sweaty, dirty, yucky goblin and some rabbit meat. And yeah, you don't really smell any dwarven musk, I guess.
Okay. I'll make my way back and I'll say, no captives up here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Should we go into the cave?
What time is it roughly?
Right now, as you guys are clearing up the battle, it is now sunset. The sun is beginning to set, and as you guys are about to enter the cave, it will become nighttime as you guys enter the cave.
Can I peek into the cave and see? I don't know how dark it is, but can I
Totally.
peek into it? Again, dark vision.
You peer into the cave with dark vision,
Uh-huh.
and you don't notice any light sources within the cave. You can see 60 feet into the cave. However, it is in grayscale. But yeah, you don't see any like lit sconces or lit torches going into the cavern. You do notice that on the right-hand side, that path does continue up into the cave, and you can kind of see it slightly curve towards the right, but that's all you can pretty much see.
Okay.
And then again, it is traveling upwards, so you guys are traveling upwards to go into the cave.
Okay. I'll let the rest of the party know.
Yes.
It looks pretty dark in there, so we should probably bring a light. And then I look over at Komek and say, nothing.
Well, do we? I mean, I have dark vision. I know.
Everyone here has dark vision.
Oh, okay, great. Or just
Komek
blind.
Komek has like a special limitation. He doesn't
Cool.
have dark vision technically.
I don't need your
Any
light.
vision.
But yeah, if you guys want, you guys don't need to light any torches to go into
Okay,
the cave
cool.
and navigate it properly.
I have torches.
All of you have dark
If you
vision,
want it.
though. But
Oh, I will
if you
say
wanna,
I don't need a torch.
I'm fine to go ahead.
Yeah. for
Can
it.
we look around to see if they left anything else in the camp? before
in the
we keep
camp,
moving?
no, there was
Yeah,
nothing else.
no?
It was just
Okay.
the weapons and like the rabbit. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Are you guys gonna start to enter in?
Say, should I go first? Because I have a pretty good hearing.
Yes. Do keep in mind that you are at disadvantage for stealth checks, but I actually would say. Sorry, go ahead. If you guys want to go ahead and enter the cave, is that going to be the marching order? So let's actually go ahead and write that
I
down.
asked.
I'll go behind him.
Okay, so we have
Okay.
Komek. We have Darling. Eliza, are you in the back?
Yeah, I'll stay in the back.
Great. And then we have Serene in the back as well. in
Watch
the
our 6.
Third. Cool. As you guys begin to enter in the cave on the right-hand side, it becomes very, very apparent that this river is again very, very fierce, and it's actually making quite a decent amount of sound. It's pretty much like a mini waterfall is what you probably think it is. It's creating a very distinct amount of sound. Just a heads up for you, Komek. Because of this, you're able to stealth at a normal rate. No disadvantage rolls for you for stealth. And yeah, it's gonna muffle any noises to any thing nearby. It's dark in here. Again, that river is 2 feet deep, and as it was 15 feet going into the cave, it's beginning to thin out into about, let's see here, as you enter in, the river is like 10 or like 5 feet wide. So, all right. So you guys are walking in, and as you guys walk along the right-hand side of this cavern, you immediately are greeted by a passageway on the right-hand side. It opens up into a small room, and in here you see a very big stalagmite, the one that goes up. The one,
Stalagmite.
stalagmite, yeah, it's going up. A big base, a big meaty base of around like 10 feet all around, and attached to it, you see three iron chains, all attached differently, and at the end of those chains, you see 3 sleeping wolves.
Babies.
Who's in front? Comek?
Yeah.
Top of the wall.
Still?
It's no. So let me just describe it more. You have to like ascend like a few steps, maybe like 5-6 rough steps to get up to this chamber. And as you get up to the top step, as you peek your head over the top step, you do see those wolves, or you do sense. Sorry,
I smell dog.
yeah, you smell that
Wet dog.
that mangy dog sweat, and you do hear 3 dogs all at rest, 3 wolves all at rest.
The
And
jingle
they're
of the
chained
chains.
to the stalagmite.
They are chained. Yes, as you, if you were to, if anyone wants to roll a perception check, feel free. Visually, sorry, Comek.
Perception, you say?
Mm-hmm.
That is a 20.
Yeah,
Oh, wait. 18. Sorry.
totally. You can kind of see that these chains, they're about like 5 feet long. They're not going to be able to travel too far from the base. However, you do notice that the chains are a little bit rusty due to all of the moisture in the air, and it's kind of rusted over time.
So they might break.
So Comex is at the top of those stairs, leading the way. What would you guys like to do?
Probably don't want to wake them.
Yeah.
The baby's alone.
Okay, we'll leave the babies alone.
I love wolves. They're so cute.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm okay with trying to sneak again.
Would you guys like before we go on? Would you guys like a visual reference here? I feel like it would make things
For
a
sure.
little
Sure,
bit
yeah.
easier here.
Like, what's the movement around?
Yeah.
them?
Let me go ahead and just pull this up here. I'm gonna move you guys
Don't kill the wolf.
right into here. Oops.
Oh, I see.
Let's go ahead and drag you guys on. Ooh. Comeback would probably be like around here.
Whoa. Right up on him.
Just give them a pet. They're nice.
Yeah, go on, Comeback.
I like
Well,
wolves. I hate that everything uses wolves as bad things. Don't kill them.
Just gently, slip a knife in. No.
Stop! You're horrible. Jack is a
Yeah,
bitch.
I whisper, I say, is there any reason to go in there?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
Okay.
Stage whispering.
And as you guys are discussing amongst yourselves, you hear a little bit of a rattle as Darling, you rolled an 18 on your perception check. Yeah. If you were to look up and towards this east side, you would notice this east side of the cavern. You would notice that there is a natural made, how would you say, like a chimney, kind of going up 30 feet. And as you look towards the east side to hear that banging, you notice that there is food being deposited down this chimney, and it's scraps. And upon that banging,
We gotta move.
All of the wolves begin to instantly wake up, but
Stay perfectly still.
and begin to make their way towards the food, and they begin to like bite and snarl at each other as they fight for scraps. So I would say like this wolf would be about here or so, and these
Oh,
three
so
wolves.
it's okay. I get it.
are kind of biting at those scraps.
Do I see anything inside that cavern that would be necessary so we can just, like, is there anything of interest, or can we just like bounce?
I mean, up to you guys. You do notice that like something or something threw something down there to feed those wolves, and these wolves were not throwing a lot of food, so they're not gonna be eating for too much longer.
Wait, one logistical question: is that like the chimney thing? Is it a straight shot, like shoot down?
No, it's going up at a slope, like a very hard slope, like a 45-degree slope.
Oh, but it's like
But yeah,
You
From
can't
what
see
you could-
anything from where it's coming from.
yeah, it's kind of out of a weird angle. You would have to get closer in order to inspect
Sure.
it more.
fine. All right,
I back away slowly.
I'm gonna get off the stairs.
And as you back away slowly, you notice that one of the wolves was not able to get any food, and it begins to slink away
No.
and retreat back. Oh, that is not what I wanted.
Oh my god.
And it retreats back to its post. And begins to lie down and whimper, and because I was not given any, it didn't eat anything. And the other two are kind of biting at each other for like the rest of the what you would seem to be like rabbit meat.
Taking some of the rabbits. At least.
I'm gonna move forward.
So, like,
Okay.
let me go and switch songs here. Realize that we didn't switch songs.
Little birds and stuff in the cave, chirping.
I'm gonna
Alright.
continue to follow the river.
Totally. What does everyone else want to do? You guys want to follow Comac?
Yeah.
Yeah, Elias probably isn't gonna pay too much attention to the wolves and keep going.
Totally.
What does Darling do? Does she go for a pet?
No.
She was never seen again.
I don't have anything to give them. I would give them food. I don't think I have anything.
You would give them. Okay.
I mean, that'll make them like us. You don't bite
I mean,
the hand.
I imagine they're guard dogs, so once they see you, they're gonna start barking.
I mean, to get to where it laid down, did it not see us?
Do wolves have dark vision?
You guys were down the stairs a bit. You guys were down the
Okay.
stairs a bit, and he's not actively trying to search for anyone right now. He was just trying to get his noms on.
Please.
Totally. Are we moving on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here I go.
Comac, how are you traveling? You traveling still stealthily, or you're just traveling at a normal
Yes.
pace? Okay, cool.
Stealthy.
As you get around this bend here, it begins to curve right here, and you notice two things. If you don't mind, I just need to have a visual reference here. This wolf fully is insane. Anyway, as you begin to curve around, you see, or you sense. Go ahead and roll. Does everyone roll me a perception check? Jesus Christ.
Is this sound by chance?
There is sound. But yeah, go ahead and roll me perception checks for everyone.
Hey.
Just flat.
15.
15. What'd you get?
5.
5?
Hey.
11.
5.
11. Nice. Darling, what you do see as you guys are traveling around that bend, on the opposite side of the wall, you do see another passageway on the west hand side. It is not as nice looking as the other cavern. You notice that there's a lot of like rubble and small little stones. But in order to see more, you would have to get into that little passageway. Elias, as you turn around the bend, you do see in front of you a wooden bridge tied up with some rope. It's about 10 feet above you, and it extends about like southeast to northwest into a second tunnel above you guys.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna
yeah, what would you guys like to
pull
do?
on Cormac's sleeve and stop, or like try to like signal him to stop, and then I'm gonna tell the rest of the party about what I see over
What's
there.
inside?
And Elias is gonna kind of look up for a bit, look over there, and then point out the bridge and then describe to Comac what he sees.
Oh, bless.
How sturdy does that bridge look?
It does not look very sturdy at
Sure.
all. However,
Wow.
it is well, it's made out of wood, and it's like wet wood. But the handiwork to keep it like afloat it's not that bad. It would take like a good couple swings in order to get it down if you really really wanted it to.
Sure.
Um,
Is there anything that points to like how one would even get up there, or is it just kind of going into or from
yeah,
the
so you
ground?
notice like on either side of the bridge, there's a tunnel, like there's like a tunnel entrance on the other side and tunnel entrance on the other side, and it's connected by
Sure.
that bridge.
I see.
If you were to like, explore deeper into the cavern, you might find how it connects to get up there.
Sure. Okay.
As you guys travel around this bend, can I have everyone roll stealth checks, please?
Oh my god.
21.
4.
15.
4.
You got 4 as well? Okay. So,
Don't make me go from coffee.
I'm finally stealthy. You guys rolling 4s?
Yeah, we did it just to fuck with you.
as
Too quiet.
As Darling and Elias relay their information to the rest of the party, they kind of lose their footing on this slick, wet stone that they're on, and Elias kind of falls onto the ground for a little bit and catches himself before he really like hits his knee, and Darling kind of almost falls into the water but is able to catch herself, and you hear a little eep eep as you're trying to catch yourself from falling, and you hear a little
Oh no.
and one second here, I need to loop this 1 second. And you start to hear a scurrying of feet. 1 pair. As it heads away from you.
Oh, oh no. Can we? Oh.
I think he's gonna alert some goblins.
I think we can.
We tackle him. Tackle him right
We
now.
ta-
Yeah,
Yeah.
can we?
I mean,
catch
at
up
this,
with him?
if I hear him starting to run, then I think I would just start to run in that direction.
Totally. This noise was coming from up above near the bridge.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I think we should keep going quickly.
okay. I won't run, but I'll continue forward along where I hear the river. I'm gonna put my sword away and pull out a hand axe.
Apply hand axe. All right. And let me get you guys onto this map here. 1 sec. Okay, let me just give you guys a reference here, just so that you guys have something to go on. So Comac, you're at the front. You take the front here, and you have your hand axe out. Are you guys just gonna follow along this cavern, just along the bend, and just try to scrape along? It's gonna be bending around if you follow it along.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go ahead and just put your tokens on here, but I'm not going to show you guys quite yet, just for reasons. What is the marching order again? We have Comac,
Darling, then Serene, and
Yeah.
then Elias.
Darling, Serene, and Elias. All right. Are you guys just gonna just venture forth, still stealthily, or are you guys gonna just walk as normal?
No, we were like not running, but making quickly towards.
You're making a conscious effort to travel through. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So stealth is out of the picture. Stealth is out of the picture now.
That's
I mean, because that one, he,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
assuming
it's
he's
just-
already
yeah.
alerting. Yeah,
Mhm.
may as well.
All right. As you guys travel along the bend, you do hear another pair of footsteps scurry back, and you guys can see it plainly now that you guys are closer to the bridge. There is a lone goblin up there with a devilish grin on his face, and he's wielding a javelin, but he's not throwing it quite yet. As you begin to hear what seems to be like the sound of like pickaxes being pummeled against stone. That's the best thing I can kind of describe it against. You're a pound, 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 pound. What would you guys like to do? Ooh, Jack, you're muted.
Is that sound within my perceptual range?
Are you 30 feet?
Yeah.
I would say based off, it's not, but based off how the cave is kind of oriented and how it carries sound, you definitely hear it. Maybe 90, 100 feet away.
Okay. And that's like in front of us? Or
It's over to like the northeast. And in fact, actually, since I did have the goblin come into view, I'm going to have everyone please roll initiative, please.
Oh,
natural 20,
Ooh.
which is just 20 total.
18.
21.
All right, hold on.
Okay, yeah. She
So
got
up to
it.
right here.
So it's Serene.
Okay, 20 to 24. What'd you get?
20.
21.
21. Okay. Comac. 20. One of the goblins actually did get 21. 16 to 19?
I'm 18.
18. All right. Um, 10 to 14?
14.
Nice. And then, okay, let's be a 9. Okay. So, let me go ahead and just show what you guys are seeing here. Let's go ahead and go right over here to right over here and bring you guys right over here. All right, you guys see your tokens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. You do see one goblin right here, and you're not technically in combat. However, whatever you guys want to do, Serene, it is your turn.
So we just want to take him out, right? That's
He's looking at us?
He is like trying to fumble with a javelin, but he kind of has like a devilish grin as he's he's just smiling at you guys, but with the javelin.
okay.
Oh,
He's getting
well.
ready to fire though. He's getting ready to fire.
Oh, yeah, kill him.
Okay.
Kill him right now.
I'm gonna do firebolt. Okay, so 14.
14. 14 just misses. So as you lob that firebolt, he gets out of the way real quick, and it kind of
Damn.
burns into like the wall right behind him.
All right. That's all I got.
All right.
Yeah. It's gonna be one of the other goblins' turns. This goblin is not gonna move at all, but you do hear a scurrying of feet coming around the bend.
Fuck.
And that is going to end that. Comac, you are up.
Okay. I'll move up to here, and I'm gonna throw my hand axe at the goblin on the bridge.
Go for it.
That is 20.
20 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage. Nice.
Four damage.
4 damage. Yeah, as you go ahead and throw the hand axe, it kind of whiffs him in the leg, like right in the meaty part of the thigh, as he screams out in pain. And as you hit him, he yells out, "Where is it? Hurry up already!" In common, so you're able to hear that out. All right.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh.
That ends that goblin's. That
I
ends.
speak common.
Comac, anything else?
Oh,
I know
man.
that.
I know what he's saying.
Translate for the rest of the party.
Oh, okay.
All right. Comac, anything else for you?
No.
All right. It's going to be this goblin's turn up here on the bridge. He's going to go ahead and ready his javelin, and he's going to go ahead and move like so. Come on. He's going to move across the way into here and throw at you, Comac. That is going to be a 12.
Block it.
Yeah. You throw the javelin and you just kind of bash it away with your shield. All right. That is going to be the... Actually, the goblin's also going to go ahead and just attempt to hide here. He's going to go ahead and hide in the cranny as a bonus action. All right. That's going to be that.
Coward.
All right. That is that goblin's turn. Darling, you are up. Elias, you are on deck here.
I'm going to try Sacred Flame again.
On the visible
Wait,
goblin
I'm
that
gonna
you can
move
see.
up a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna move up a little bit. And cast Sacred Flame on this one.
Totally. That is going to be a spell save DC of... for Dex, right?
12.
12 Dex, right? That is an 11. So yeah, go ahead and roll for damage here.
I can't. I'm not happy today. That's a 1.
That's 1. Yeah, as you cast Sacred Flame upon it, it kind of comes out of nowhere and catches him right there on the shoulder, charring him up. And he's like, ah! As he tries to snuff it out, and he's looking pretty beat up. All right. Anything else for you?
No, because I already moved him. Yeah, I'm
All
good.
right. That ends your turn. Elias, you are up, and then it's going to be some more action. Go for it.
Okay, Elias is gonna move up here on these steps, and try to, once again, take a deep breath and try to use the short bow once more, across at this guy over here.
Totally.
Okay. And it's a 9 plus 2 plus 2 is 13.
13. It does not hit. It kind of whiffs on the wall right there, right on the corner, and the arrow kind of plops into the water and goes downstream. All right. And you hear the scurrying of more footsteps of what you can only assume to be more goblins on the way, and that is going to end. That's going to end their turn. Serene, you are top of the round. Actually, top of the round here. Serene, before you go, you don't need to roll a perception check for this, but at the top of the round, you do hear something loud and monstrous coming through this back alleyway of the cavern. As you hear a
It's Darth Vader.
as a
Oh.
as a behemoth of a flood
Oh no.
begins to cascade towards all of you.
I can't swim.
Begins to cascade to all of you. I'm going to need all of you to roll a strength saving throw here.
Oh, no.
Strength?
Strength.
Is that my -1?
Wait, does inspiration
You can do it doesn't
Can I do?
it does
Okay,
apply
with
to saving
advantage,
throws.
right?
You just
Okay.
roll again.
Yeah, I'd like to do
Yeah.
that for this one.
Do I still have bardic inspiration?
I would say yes, you do have bardic inspiration still.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll use
that's
that.
fine.
So you had a d6.
Okay, 17.
17. What did everyone else get?
8.
8.
11.
What'd you get there, darling?
10.
10. All right. As this monstrous flood begins to cascade towards you guys, it begins to. It's strong. It's like some Titanic level shit as it brushes up against all of you, taking you with it, except for Serene. Serene is able to kind of find herself on some footing of the wall and kind of hold on for dear life, as Comac, Elias, and Darling, you guys are washed away right into the entrance of the cave, 30 feet back. And you guys are all going to take...
The poor dogs.
You guys are all going to take...
No!
you guys are all going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, okay.
Who's using that?
Ouchie.
So,
Ow,
for
where are the
now-
dogs?
So for now, I'll go ahead and just...
They're chained
Wait,
underwater, drowning.
do I take any, or am I
Don't
okay?
say that.
You are able to hold on and you don't take
Oh,
any
okay,
damage.
okay.
Also, you guys are knocked prone as well, so you're 30 feet
Fuck.
away,
Alright.
but you're also prone. But you're pretty much at the roof of the mount, so I'll go ahead and just start you guys like over here, I guess. For now, I wish I made a different map for this, but this
Okay.
is what I got. All right, Serene, top of the round, you are up here, and then after that, we another goblin.
Well, shit. There goes my party and my friends. I'm still gonna try and maybe get this guy down. So I'm gonna go again with the firebolt.
Totally, go for it.
20. Not a
20.
nat 20, but
20 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
And that is 1d10. Okay.
Yeah, just 1d10.
A 5.
Nice. Yeah, as you go ahead and lob firebolt one last time at this goblin, the goblin does make connection with that firebolt, is knocked unconscious and then falls into the river and floats downstream. And that goblin is now dead. Totally.
Can I feed it to the dogs?
Nice.
sick.
Now, you do hear more running footsteps as this goblin appears out from the corner and sees what's happening here and sees you, Serene, and says, "What? You made it?" And proceeds to actually that one's gonna have a scimitar. That's and he's going to kind of brandish and pull out his scimitar. And his turn there. Comac, you are up, and then another goblin's gonna go in.
So, is this pathway now underwater?
No, it washed away, so
Was
you
it
guys
a
are still in the
flash
same
flood?
terrain. It was
Okay.
Like a flash flood.
I don't want to spoil that right now, quite yet. But
Oh.
what you can only assume is that
It's just one wave.
yeah, it was just one wave, one giant
one.
wave.
Okay. Okay,
You're
so I'll
currently
stand
prone.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, since we're missing someone, and try to run back in. But I can only move 15. I'll dash.
Well, dash. Okay, cool. So,
So
45
I move
feet in total.
45 feet. Wherever I end up.
Do you want me to do it for you? Let me see here. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably make it to. You can make it right up to the goblin if you wanted, but that would be. You can make it like up to here
Oh.
if need be.
5, 10.
You can even go up to next to the goblin if you wish.
Oh, so we were right there. I thought we were outside the map there.
No, I'll just have you guys be right there. I didn't want you to wait too much. Oops.
Okay, well then, yeah, I'll stop there.
Nice.
That's my turn.
All right, that goblin is dead. Darling, you are up. Elias, you are on deck here.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up, and I'm gonna.
I would say with your movement, you would be able to get, next to Serene.
Like here, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm. I'm gonna cast guiding bolt. Well, can I see the goblin?
Based
Is it,
off
like,
what I'm seeing
around
right
the
here,
corner?
no, you don't really have line of sight of this goblin right now. It's
Okay.
just through the rock.
Then I will move forward. I'll dash as well. Not my full thing. I'll go. Then I'll move like there.
All right.
I'll dash, and that's my turn.
All right. Elias, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna. Well, let me see how far this goes. Okay. I'm gonna go right here, right behind Darling, as Elias tries to catch his breath. A little bit freaked out by what feels like a flash flood, even if it's not, and just kind of look around. I'm assuming, well, I guess this guy's in his line of sight.
He's under the bridge. Yes.
Yeah. But I think Elias is. Are these like steps here?
Yeah, those were steps to go up, just a
Going
little
up.
bit, like another small little platform.
Okay. And then I think Elias is gonna try to hide. Maybe go prone behind these.
Sure. I'll have you just go prone on the steps. Feel free. Yeah. You're just prone.
Great.
Totally.
Cool.
All right. It's gonna be these goblins' turns. These goblins are gonna hear 2 pairs of footsteps as oh, come on, GM info. There we go. As 2 more goblins wielding short swords come into view. One of them is holding a short sword and one of them is holding a short bow. Sorry, scimitar and short bow. This goblin here on the left is going to, wielding the short bow, is going to go ahead and fire right there at Komek.
Okay.
That is a 9 to
Okay.
hit. Does not hit. And this goblin is going to just stay still and hold back his boys and defend his cavern with his boys, and then they're going to end their turns there. Top of the round, Serene, you're up.
All right. So, question about the 15-foot cone thing again.
Ooh, oh yeah,
They're on the bridge, right?
They're underneath the bridge.
Would they? Can I? They're underneath. They're underneath the bridge.
They're on
Oh,
the
okay,
same
never
plane
mind.
as you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were on it, so I was like, I'm gonna have to like. But okay. Wait, 25. Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna. Can I move
Join
in
the party.
between Elias and Darling?
So
Yeah.
we step over a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, you step over them.
Excuse me.
You can move through with no difficulty.
All right.
Because this is their allies.
Okay. And excuse me, Comic.
He's like, oh.
And then, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do Burning Hands from here, and so for them it's just a deck save.
Yeah.
Again, that would be 12.
Sure. I'll do blue, and red for the apex here. It's a deck save throw, you said?
Yes.
Wow. Yes. So two of the two in the back, they succeed, and the one in the front takes the full brunt of the damage here.
Okay, so the 2.5 would take half damage. And
Yeah, the
one
two in the back
okay.
would take half, and the one on the will take
Okay.
full. Which kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12, 14, 14. So 7 for the 2 in the back.
Shit.
And 14 for the one in front.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Julie, describe the killing blow. You're toasting them all over the place, dude. You kill all three again. Describe the killing blow. What we got?
It's like Terminator, like pushing him aside.
Fucking move!
So I move forward, and I just kind of, it just shoots out of me, you know, like,
I do know.
you guys have seen it once. It'll kind of like just come out, close my eyes a little bit during it, and yeah, you know, I'll go on my knee again for the dramatic effect of it.
Yeah, you just
Take a knee.
you Slavic
Take a knee.
squat on
Knee
them.
down.
You Slavic
Take a knee.
squat. And just...
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you instantly decimate all of these goblins. The one in the front, like, legitimately, like, turns to ash in front of you as he took the brunt of the damage. Serene, go ahead and roll me a d20.
War crime.
Yes, sir. A 20.
I wish 20 is also counted.
I know.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, that is that combat over, guys. These goblins are now dead.
I can't do that again, though. I can't do burning hands again.
You
So.
can't,
That's it.
yes. All right, guys, that ends combat. Totally, good job. But there's a lot more of the cavern to explore. So, what would you guys like to do?
Say, well done, Serene.
I don't have any more of that in me, so let's really hope there's no big bad guy at the end of this. Unless we respirate
There's
out.
goblins. I think
Just goblins. Yeah.
we're lucky it'll just be a dwarf.
We can handle that.
No, we're here to rescue them. We're gonna rescue them.
Oh yeah. That's what we're here.
I continue on and I kick
I'm
the
gonna go
corpses
in
out
the-
of the way.
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna take rear as much as I can, unless
I'll go behind. him
Okay.
again.
Totally.
yeah.
As you guys make your way around the bend, it does go up some more, and as you get up to the same level as that bridge, you notice that like there are these two dams out in the corner and a rushing waterfall right about here. And you notice that these supports here were pretty much blasted away and pushed away, and that's where you probably assume that big rush of water came up from. There was a second one being built up here, but they didn't get time to release it in time. Totally. And as you get around the bend here, you do notice that there is essentially there's a cavern going this way, and there is a cavern going that way. Do you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Someone said it, was the bridge damaged by the fire?
I would say no. You can
Okay.
easily cross the bridge if you guys wanted to.
All right, well, I'll limp ahead.
How badly does he look hurt?
How badly? I'm bruised up from the wave.
Yeah. Honestly, no damage was done to you aside from like that torrent of wave and you getting hit as you guys collapse onto the floor outside. But yeah.
Do we hear anything coming from either of the split?
Again, the way that the water kind of like rebounds
It's
off
too
of here, it's hard to hear. But if you were to get closer, like right outside of this southern
That one?
part, you could probably be able to hear what's inside.
Alright, I'll go over and listen.
All right, let's go ahead and move you guys out of here. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. 10.
10. Totally. Are you mostly looking for like an audio thing? Are you trying to like see into it at all?
Like, do I see anything? Do I?
Yeah,
hear
totally.
anything?
As you make your way to the other side of that archway, you do see a another spit roast campfire being displayed, and you do hear what you can only assume to be like goblin language being being spoken inside. But these ones are a little bit different. You can just tell by the intonation. These two pairs of goblin voices have a little bit of fear behind them. You also do hear a snarl from what you would assume to be one wolf. And you hear the laughing of what doesn't really sound like a goblin. You can't make it out, but you do hear in common tongue. You hear, "Edek, when is my food ready?" And you hear in common tongue from another goblin,
It should be ready soon. It should be ready soon. It should be ready soon, Clog. I'll go check. I'll go check.
Mark, there he is.
No, Isaac, you not you. Banto, go get food. Right away, sir.
as you hear the sound of approaching footsteps about 30 feet away.
Approaching footsteps?
Yeah, there's a pair of footsteps beginning to leave the
Oh,
cavern.
fuck!
Beginning to leave the cavern and head out to where
I
you
moved.
guys
Who's
are at.
coming?
Let me move! Can I move?
Let me. I mean, we don't really need the battle map here. I don't think it's really gonna be that useful. But everyone, roll me a stealth check, if need be. Whoever wants to hide.
22.
Stealth?
12.
14.
No, I said
5.
stealth, question mark?
Yeah, stealth check.
Okay. Hold on. I'm so sorry. That is an 18.
18. 18, 12. No one got lower than a 9, right?
I got a 5.
You got a 5. Did you use your inspiration on the last one?
No, oh, I used my
Yeah,
bardic
it's bardic
inspiration.
Bardic
You still
inspiration.
have the DM inspiration, right?
Yeah,
Do you-
but for this it would just give me a flat roll, so I didn't use it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Totally. As you guys are kind of hiding up against the wall, Darling and Serene, you guys are kind of up against the wall, trying not to be seen. Elias, you're kind of like hidden on the staircase there, peeking over, and out walked a very sad-looking goblin, and he's holding like a really sad cafeteria-looking tray, and his eyes are kind of down. His eyes are kind of down, and he bumps into you, Komek. And his lips begin to tremble as he looks up and sees you, and he's about to scream.
I cut his head off.
Go ahead and roll me an attack roll. Go ahead and roll me an
It's
attack roll.
reflex.
You just.
Go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
I hear the inhale, and I was like, huh.
What if that was one of us?
What?
That
How?
bumped into you? How would you know?
I could hear the goblin coming up.
What if it was
Uh,
Greeble?
Rip. That is a 14.
Just for the sake of it, it does hit.
Just for the sake of
Go ahead and roll me for damage here, please.
Oh my god.
seven.
Yep, you decapitate that goblin
Oh.
right in front.
My God.
Remember his name.
I forgot his name.
Bendo or something.
As the body kind of limps over and the metal tray kind of tins over.
Grab the tray!
My hands are full. I kick it. No.
And you don't hear any response due to that clang because of well, it's still kind of loud here in the cavern.
Yeah, he probably just tripped or something. That's all it is.
Yeah, just trip.
It's a little trip.
Push him in the river.
Jesus Christ.
Nothing to see here.
Hey. I just freeze up and I just like, are we okay? Was that the right thing to do?
No.
It worked, I guess.
Alright, what are we doing?
Yeah,
You
I
can see,
don't know.
You can see this goblin. If you were to inspect the body, it kind of has like a little twine ring on their finger.
I thought he was making it worse. He's trying to make us feel bad. I
Little
don't.
promise ring?
Little promise ring, exactly. Saving herself for Clark.
They'll be together soon.
What do you guys want to do?
Good point. I guess we'll just keep going then.
You want to head?
This way or
You guys
that
want to head
way?
into the cavern where you suppose Clark is?
That's where I'd vote we go, just because.
Just give me a push.
Yeah, I'll kind of be limping behind because I'm pretty badly hurt from the wave crash.
I sniff for dwarf.
Step for dwarf.
I roll for dwarf.
You roll for dwarf. Totally. I'm just trying to figure out if we have enough time. If you guys want to go into that cavern. No, I think as y'all head into the cavern, you how are you guys entering? First off, are you guys just entering just like proudly and loudly, or you guys are trying to sneak it at all?
I mean, you said there was no reaction right after he got beheaded.
I don't think they heard it. They didn't hear it. Because each cavern is kind of like separated from each
Yeah.
other, and the noise is just way too loud from the running water.
Up to y'all.
I just see how you guys want to proceed. If you guys want to go into this,
I mean, it doesn't hurt to try.
Try to sell, and if not, then
and
we're
maybe
just
get a lay of the
fine.
land of like what we're working with. If
It's
we
stealth
fail, then
time.
we fail. You know.
Do keep in mind there's a bridge, and you guys haven't yet to explore around that way too. But from what you guys can gather, you guys know for sure whoever Clark is in this southern cavern, with who knows what else.
I remember his name being mentioned, but I don't know. I'm assuming he's a leader.
does
So
Serene want to go ahead and just peek into the room?
I could try, if you'd like me to.
Yeah, go ahead and roll
See,
me.
now that you do that,
Mhm.
now that you say that, my stealth roll is going to be really bad.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
12.
All right. As you sneak in and kind of use the stalagmites as cover, and you're kind of going in by your lonesome, right? Like everyone else is kind of like nearby, like right around the corner. You're just scouting ahead. Yeah. As you kind of go in, you first hear the gentle flame of the nearby spit roast campfire, and you are able to see through the cracks of the stalagmites, and you see this giant. It's not a goblin. Comac, go ahead and roll me an intelligence. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check, or a medicine check if you want. Medicine check would be better.
Medicine. Well, that would give me, because I'm proficient in medicine,
Oh.
a 7.
A 7. Okay. Serene, you're able to spot this kind of thicker, bigger goblin with like he's maybe about 5 feet tall, and he doesn't look like goblin at all. He looks like ogreish, if a goblin could be ogreish, and he is sitting in this small little handmade throne of like rabbit skulls and like general like paraphernalia, and he is just sitting in his throne, working on a little bit of whatever he's drinking, and he's yelling down to the other goblin down below by the campfire. Dance for me, Ezek, dance! As this poor little goblin is trying his best to entertain Clark, as he's kind of,
Hey, I dance for you, Clark. I dance for you.
and Clark is just going,
So a very
As
like
he-
Jabba the Hutt type
yeah,
character.
as he takes a bite out of his turkey leg, or out of his rabbit leg, and throws it into a nearby hole, and you can hear down below. You can hear the snarling of wolves as they try to fight over whatever he threw down that chimney. You see all this, and your foot accidentally taps up against a rock, and Clark and Ezek don't react at all, but down at Clark's feet is a more bulky, more well-fed looking wolf than the others that you saw down in the previous passageway. The wolf kind of gets up from its like resting position, sniffs around, and begins to kind of growl. And Clark kind of looks down at this wolf.
What? What is it, Ripper? Why you make noise? Watch Ezek dance.
And this wolf begins to kind of travel around a little bit, sniffs around, and Serene, go and roll me another stealth check, please.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
Because I'll roll it. Would I also be able to maybe cast like Mage Hand to like knock something over on the other like 30 feet away from me, or pick up a rock and like just move it to make noise?
Yeah, totally. I'll allow it. What do you want to? So, what do you
Okay.
want to do specifically?
So, since the range is 30 feet, I would kind of pick something that's opposite of me within that range. I guess as far away from me as possible. And I'm kind of looking for maybe like a loose rock or something around that would be in that caverny area. And I just kind of want to use the Mage Hand to like toss it, I guess.
So
Toss it further.
the goal is to distract the wolf.
Yes.
Okay, totally. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check.
Okay, and that is 13.
Yeah, totally. So, you go ahead and cast Mage Hand as this spectral hand comes out of you and begins to pick up a nearby rock and throws it on the other side of the cavern. And this wolf, who is named Ripper, sees that rock being thrown and begins to growl even louder and kind of gets into a little bit of an attack position. And Clark says,
Ripper, why you misbehave? You just eat. Isaac, go get food. Go get food from Emic.
I wind up.
and,
As soon as he steps out, just open out.
and Emic, or what's the guy's name? I forgot the
Ezek.
name.
Ezek.
Yeah, Ezek.
Yeah.
Ezek begins to, he goes,
Oh yes, of course, Clark. Of course.
and Clark goes,
Before you go, kiss feet.
and Isak kind of goes over. Yes, yes, Clog, yes. And as he kisses his feet, Ripper kind of goes up to Isak and begins to snarl and bare his teeth. And Isak's like, "Oh God!" And he begins to pick up a nearby tray, nearby like dog bowl of food. Right away, Clog, right away. Good boy, Ripper. And begins to make his way out of the passageway, past you, Serene, out into the passageway. And that is where we're going to end our session for today. So,
Ew.
yes.
All right.
So, top of next session, we will start off with Isak, the bullied, Isak the bullied, coming out of Clark's
Kovac just wants to behead him,
cavern.
like the other guy.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Good sesh, lads.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for playing.
Twavi.
I'll see
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Thank you,
I'll see you
Twaffy.
guys
Thank you,
another
Twavi.
next. Okay.
Bye bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.